dream of electric sheep when you're lying in your bed? Is the waking world more important than sleep when it's all in your own head? Midnight calls from the back of the room like you're hiding know by now. I'm fixing to stay, but you're changing too soon, and now you can't get down. And in your eyes, the light is on. You dream of deserts glowing in the sun, but I'm long gone, long gone. I'm fixing a hole where the train gets in, and it stops my spine from wandering. You sang me this line now again and again, but it's not the one he sings. And in your voice, the truth sounds wrong. You can tie me down to the top of the world, but I'm long gone, long gone. The summer sunlight on my arm in the cold morning dawn. I see it sometime. The summer sunlight on my arm in the cold morning dawn. I see it sometime.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of Toll of the Dice. I am the owner-operator of TPK Games, John Reed. I usually do a lot of, promos and stuff, but I'm going to forego that for the moment, and I've got to mute myself, because that's annoying. So, here's what I want to do. I'm not going to promote anything of my own right now. All I'm going to say is episode 9 of Toll of the Dice is my favorite episode that we've done so far. So if you haven't watched it, go back, watch episode 9. It was really, really fun.
Yeah. Well,
So
if you're watching now, I assume you've watched some of us.
yeah, hopefully. But if not, episode 9, good place to jump in if you don't want to go all the way back to episode 1. But go back to episode 1. But anyway, episode 9.
Yeah,
really great.
that's right.
So, owner operator of Flat Films, James Fight.
Hello.
How's it going, James?
I'm good. I'm currently trying to figure out how to change my About Me section on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the update.
So, what are you trying to change it to? Is it not about you right now? Who's it about?
Well, it's about me, but I want to make it more about the idea of flat films and not about me, James Fight, because I have lots of people who help me on flat films, and that's not fair to them if I just talk about me.
Me.
I try not to be narcissistic, but you know, it's hard.
Also joining us, the co-founder of 10 Strings and a Coffee Table, who you might see playing shows all around the Bay Area, Colton Waters. How's it going, Colton?
Thanks for the introduction, John. I'm really excited. Me and my collaborator Kat were so close to finishing our recording of this song that we wrote, and so I hope to share. I'll be letting you guys know as soon as it's.
Oh, we've got new
intermission
music.
Yeah.
What's the song called?
It's called One Last Time.
Oh, is it a ballad?
Yeah, it's like a very folky ballad, and there's we're just harmonizing the whole way through. It's pretty good. I enjoy it.
I can't wait to
Wait,
hear
it. Colton, if I
Yeah.
give you some footage and like a temp track, can you make me music?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna talk to you later.
All right. No, I'm familiar with producing music and I did that for a class assignment before. I loved it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I'm gonna use you a lot, Colton.
All right.
As they text about music production, I'm going to turn you over to our DM, Jared, aka Jarbles. How's it going, Jared?
Hey guys, it's going really well. I'm having a good day. Got a new hat.
Yay.
Show it off. Show it off.
Yeah. So you can decide whether or not you like the movie or not, but the character remains
No.
true to my heart.
The character's great. The movie's
Yeah.
bad.
Is this even in frame?
I agree with James 100%.
I'll debate the merits of the character even, but we don't have to
Well-
go there today.
Whoa.
It's not like
It's a character based on merit. That's the point. He's a
but
monster.
It's a cool character.
Yeah, he's very cool. He's very, very cool. You 90s kids.
Wait, are we gonna fight Venom, Jared?
What? No, not today.
Okay, that'll be 15th level.
It's gonna be so much harder than what you guys can handle. But that's all good. I'm your GM. Besides doing this, I run a podcast called Comedy Pending.
Yeah.
You can catch me with James Fight every Tuesday, releasing hashtag Trapped in the Cage.
Hashtag challenge.
Take the Cage Challenge. But anyway, without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into it. If this is your first time watching D&D, this is probably a good example of it.
Hopefully, we aim for that.
If I may.
You may.
Hail. Greetings, good day and good eve. Won't you come in for a gentle reprieve? The ceiling is swirling with colors and sound. This room creates visions and keeps them around. Thrills, chills, horrors, and spooks. Warriors, wizards, dungeons, and dukes. I am Jarbles Toruna, Dagda von Grimnir, master of mythos and arcane soothsayer. Welcome to the Storybook Nook, a room full of tales. Just take a look. But viewer be warned, viewer take heed, this is no mere book you can pick up and read. Though observed through our myriad eyes, these people are living their very lives. So too now must you pay the price and surrender the toll of the dice.
Yeah.
Stare into my crystal ball and feel its magic overtake you. It peers into the multiverse, revealing worlds yet unrecorded. Yes, just like that. Your ticket tonight is your undivided attention. Now see as we see, hear as we are, and be as we are. Witness our heroes take shape. The first, an older dwarf bearing the will of the gods, holding their vision in his hands in the form of a dragon's head warhammer, his furrowed brow delighting in the craftsmanship and a worthy opponent. His beard almost as silver as his gods, he molds metal like fate molds men. Here he stands, leaving the throne room of Sovereign, into its great halls. The Forge Cleric, Drum.
You guys are crazy.
Beside him,
Crazy.
another
Oh,
head
that's
of
your
fire.
tag.
Beside him, another head of fire, hot-headed and magic-blooded. The angels themselves run through his veins, the light of Torm within him. Arcane eyes burn bright with the desire to save the innocent and slay evil. You can hear his excitement echoing on the stone. The divine soul sorcerer, Alphonse.
I'm ready to fight.
And last, but never least, a charming young captain. He stands graceful, his hands recently unbound, his heart strong after seeing his father again for the first time in 10 years, formerly a famous pirate and bard extraordinaire, Captain Titus.
Captain Titus here.
When last we left our heroes... Oh, hold on. Okay, it just scrolled way past all my notes. When last we left our heroes, they had just reached the legendary Tower of Savaram, the last bastion, the final hope, the beacon in the dark. Attempting to win the favor of its 3 ruling lords, Varys, the friend of Drum, surrendered Titus to collect a bounty on his head, in exchange for their safe passage here. For you see, Drum and Alphonse had made a pledge to return the 3 weapons of power to Savaran, Wave, Whelm, and Blackrazor. Chained, arms bound, Titus the pirate was taken to the throne of 3 kings, led in by Drum and Alphonse. The ruse was set. They would deceive the 3 kings, free Titus, and help Varys, possibly keeping Wave as a trophy. But there, they met with the dwarven lord Dursoth Rubyhammer, the king of men Dris Baz al-Avuzorim, and the Triton king Romnos Zazaros. However, a lack of political knowledge surprised the party when it was revealed that Titus, the famous pirate, was a former prince of the kingdom of Procaris, his full name, Tidicerus Zazaroth. Wise to a ruse, but sensing some good within, the 3 kings, eager to understand, tested the party under a zone of truth, a spell that disallowed them to lie. In order to determine their legitimacy as adventurers, Alphonse and Drums set out to clear Titus's name, and in doing so, returned 2 of the great weapons, Blackrazor and Whelm. With much luck and wit, they've passed, and now await the final ruling as to the fate of Titus and their own future in the morrow. Here, now, in the marvelously carved stone hall, its parapets and banners magnificently displayed, our heroes wonder to their fate and their luck.
Wow, this is a fancy room. I wish I had one of these in my house.
You have a house?
Well, I had a house until you came along, Alphonse, but now that you're my ward, I don't have room for 2 people, so I sold it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Captain Titus.
He'll be okay.
I hope so, because we can't fight without him. He's our friend.
He mostly just runs away anyway, right? I mean, we'll be okay if something happens.
Coming out the door, you can see Titus being led, his hands now free by Ricknan. The servant is very flustered. You can see beads of sweat down his face, and you can kind of hear him apologizing, and it's just echoing throughout the chamber. Oh, yes, so sorry about that. Prince Titus, as it were. Had no idea. You'll forgive earlier as I kicked you in the chest. Yes, it's very, very stern joke. But your grace is very... Oh, dear. And he's stumbling over his words, trying any way to fix him being a total asshole to you when you first met.
Titus doesn't really care at it. He's rubbing his wrists, and he's like, all right, I need to schedule a meeting with my father privately. Make that happen.
At once, Your Grace. And if there's anything you need, only need to call Ricknan. I shall be there.
Now.
Yes, sir. And he scurries off into the throne room, and the massive doors shut.
Hey, Titus! Oh, thank God you're here. I was so worried. We couldn't do anything without you if you were gone.
What? But I was. Okay. Hey, Titus.
I know I could always count on my best friends, Drum and Alphonse.
Oh, you're my best friend too.
Thanks, bud. All right,
Okay,
let's.
Yeah, should we rest up, or we're waiting their final ruling? Do we have a room to stay in? Did they tell you anything, Titus? I'm sorry, Prince Titus.
Oh yeah, are you still a
call me
Captain?
Titus?
Oh, I thought your name was just Captain Titus.
Well,
just
my real name is Titus Sasaroff,
Oh, that's a really long name.
Prince and heir to the throne of Proceres, the great underwater city.
So why didn't you tell us about this Prince thing?
I wanted to leave it all behind. I wanted to forget it, and that's what I set out to do.
But why?
Yeah, what happened?
You can see several eyes and people staring at you as the courtiers and people of this room are noticing that Titus is free, that you've addressed him as Prince, and that Rignan has been very just deferring to you. And you get the feeling that watchful eyes and open ears are just drooling over whatever's about to come out of Titus's mouth.
Maybe we should go somewhere else and talk about this.
I was just gonna ask, like, do we notice this? Is this noticeable?
Oh, it's palpable, yeah.
All right. Yeah, I agree, Alphonse. Well, let's go to more private quarters where none can overhear us.
Yeah,
And,
do we have a
Yeah,
room in
because
this
it's
place?
really rude to eavesdrop. Like, you know in anime where like sometimes the animation gets a little weird, and by weird I mean like simpler, and their bodies get small but their heads get really big, and like they do that jaw thing and when they yell.
You do a chibi Alphonse?
Yeah, gee,
Yeah. Chibi Alphonse the big head.
I really want someone to make that a thing.
Yeah, I want
that's all I
chibi
want to see.
Alphonse.
That's what I want.
You ruined my surprise. I was gonna get our artist to make chibi characters for all of us that I could use as like on the screen when things happen like that. I'm serious. I had emailed her about it and sent her like the like emotions like list of chibi. Anyway.
Oh, that's amazing.
yes.
Excited.
I
I'm
love
so
that, John. You're the greatest.
I don't know. We should just link that in the merch. I want one of each.
I'll buy
Oh.
one.
What if they are like little emojis that people can use in the chat?
Yeah, I can make some bits. Or whatever.
Anyway,
Emotes.
are there any private rooms? This just looks like a big hall.
I imagine we are gonna be here all night, right? We should probably see if they have a room for us to stay in, or 3.
Titus,
Yeah.
you know there are several servants kind of just around. Ricknan himself has not come back, but you know the lay of the land of these types of people. You know how to pick out a servant in a corridor. The minute you say room, there's one or two people immediately just at your side.
Like right
What?
now? Okay. You there. We need rooms. Take us there now.
Obey me, Lord. And you are taken down stone corridors, and as you're walking, they ask, would His Excellency Titus prefer a room with or without company?
I
Seems
look
to indicate.
over at Drum and Alphonse. What do you guys think?
Well, we're gonna talk, so with company.
Like, is that what he meant?
Hey, is that what you meant, or did you mean something else?
He doesn't seem to specify. He just kind of like glances, is like, of course I can make accommodations for you and your traveling companions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect.
Wait, what does the company thing mean?
Mm,
Are there gonna be like entertainers? Oh,
Would you
what if we
please
get
entertain
clowns? Do you have a jester?
If one is desired, one can be had.
Alphonse. Let's wait till later. Drum.
One day I'll see a
Some
jester.
wisdom.
One
I
day.
have a feeling you may have seen one all along.
Whoa.
And I
You may-
point into Alphonse's heart.
I'm the jester of my own heart. I write that down in my journal.
You guys are taken to a room that looks mildly barren and actually somewhat less accommodating than what you were led to believe you were getting into. And as the doors shut, you notice that there is a woman, an elfin woman, in the room you're in. Her back is turned. She seems to be looking out the window. She has a fan, and she turns around to greet you. Ah, well, Drum. I see you brought company. As you
Get out, guys, now.
But I thought we were gonna all talk.
Nah, go.
I take Alphonse in my arm, and is the servant still there? Let us chase down the servant, Alphonse. Let's leave Drum to his thing, his business.
Well, like, what's he gonna do with her?
I don't. Let's go.
We can all talk together. I mean, he's just gonna tell us, hey,
Let's go.
you're becoming a lot more bossy now that you're a prince, Titus. I don't know. I mean, I still love you, but it's okay.
Let's go.
as you guys are turning to leave, she says, "No, it's fine. I'm happy with all three of you young, strapping young lads here."
Hey, I'm not that young.
Oh, of course not. You're such a big boy, aren't you?
All right.
We're leaving.
I
We're
can
leaving.
sense sarcasm. I'm not an idiot. So what are you two gonna do in here?
Come on,
There's-
Alphonse. Let's go.
No, you guys can stay. Clearly, she
What?
wants to talk to all of us.
See, that's what I've been trying to say all along.
Yes, you were right, Alphonse.
I squint my eyes and I'm trying to. I want to roll an insight check on Drum and this girl. Like, what? Our insight check on her. What is she? Is she like trying to get down, or is she trying to talk?
Um,
I rolled a 20.
for the
Oh,
20.
it was a 9. I rolled. It wasn't a critical success.
Okay. Drum, are you trying to get down or are you trying to talk?
Oh yeah, I'm trying to at least flirt a little.
Okay.
How about her?
She
Titus
seems
doesn't
very.
know if he wants to be. So sorry. Go.
You actually, hold on. She's actually quite good at this. You actually can't get a read on her, and it's still ambiguous to you.
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't like the looks of this, but all right.
Now, boys, sit down. You've had a long, long journey. Drum, I do believe you had something for me. A parcel, perhaps, from an old friend?
Oh right, Varys gave me this to give to you, and I give
Sorry.
her the parcel.
Drum had a package.
Yeah, Drum gives her his. Never mind.
Package for you.
It's heftier than I thought it would
Drum
be.
in a UPS outfit.
We need more women on this show.
Yeah, we do. Like
We
at
need
least one
Yeah.
would be nice.
If you were a friend or a woman and played D&D, please.
Yes.
Anyway.
Anyway, back to Azariah. She pulls open the package and very carefully opens it. She holds it in her hand, kind of examining the weight. Then she releases its contents.
Quit it.
You're having a lot of fun with this,
Yeah.
aren't you?
She unfurls the scroll and gives it a long glance. You can see her face. I'm literally just reading from my notes. It's your fault.
The context has already been built up. It's
Oh,
not
so
helping.
good.
Yeah, it's my fault. I'll take blame.
Okay, don't break me.
Too late. I broke the DM.
Yay!
Get it.
You get inspiration on your next.
She kind of examines it thoroughly, as though someone very used to reading documents. She gets to the very bottom. Then you notice her eyes flip back and forth to several sections. I see. Interesting. Drum. How is Varys?
He's okay. You know, ornery, a little sketchy as usual, but he's our Varys.
Our Varys?
Yeah, you know. He's giving you a letter, so clearly you've got a relationship with him, and he's my frenemy.
Sounds like Varys. Now, of your own volition, would you three say that Varys's character was forthcoming? Would you say he is an earnest person worthy of the trust of the Tower of Sabaron?
Yeah, I'd say he's trustworthy in this circumstance.
He has a very strange request of me. Some permits for a mining exposition. You wouldn't happen to know anything more about this, would you, Drum?
I don't know anything about this. He mentioned that there are some rare metals to be found. He mentioned that maybe, you know, we could get some information on it here. Are you his source?
Very well could be. And by the looks of your armor and the company you keep, and she looks over to Titus, I would think that you're a couple of lucrative gentlemen, are you not?
Of course we are.
Well then.
Oh, I have no money.
Yes, you do. I have his money.
Drum always holds on to
I empty out
Alphonse's
my
money.
pockets.
I hold on
She
to his
look-
money because he likes to spend it on useless things like toads and small books with
What?
tiny writing.
It's
Oh,
for my journals and notes.
how very particular. What a crafty young lad. Look, I can't speak long here. I have places to be and things to do. But know this, when the agreements come out and we will mine on that meteorite ore, you shall be among the first I contact for 15%.
15%?
15%.
Of the profits?
Total profits, yes.
So, is there any way that I could just take some of the rare metals that we find? I don't need any of the money. I just need these metals. I want to forge some of the greatest weapons that have ever been forged in this realm, and I believe that maybe this mine will give me the metal that I need to do that.
Now, certainly, when I send you off on this quest under, she does air quotes, official premises, you're free to take whatever you like. You'll be clearing the mines, certainly, for safekeeping.
Is there evil in the mine?
Oh, well, that has yet to be verified, but there's certainly danger.
I don't care about danger. I just care about evil.
Oh, and then there's, she looks to Drum, and she says, you keep all his money?
I keep all his money.
She turns to Alphonse. There's the most evil things I could imagine in the universe in that
We've
mine.
got to destroy it now!
Titus nods approvingly.
Very good. I'll remain in contact. This room can be yours. Oh, and did you say your name was Alphonse?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, you, there was a third with you when you left this tower. I have a note for a man named Alistor.
What?
Yeah.
You know Alistair?
We've met in passing. He's very brash.
Brush up to her face. Do you know who where is he?
She flicks her fan to kind of put some distance between you and flutters it a bit. Now. Aren't you eager?
Where is he? Is he okay? Is he alive?
I'm certain everything you need to know will be within the confines of this letter.
Does she show me the letter?
She pulls it out.
I snap it from her hands and immediately open it and go in the corner and read it.
Okay. She
Thank you.
She giggles, just genuinely, like, kind of delighted in your delight. She leaves the drum. Puts a hand on your shoulder. 15%. Think about it. Before you leave, let me know. Oh, and Prince Titus, a pleasure to meet you.
Wait, before you go, where is this mine located?
Oh, well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's in the dead center of the wilds.
Okay. Well, 15% sounds good. I'll let you know before we go.
Very well. A pleasure meeting you all. You're very strapping young men.
Thank you
Thank you.
for the letter, not the compliment. I think.
I just wink at her like, hey, see you later.
Get that flip game on.
Drum, give me persuasion.
Let's see it, big boy.
Persuasion. That's not percussion, it's persuasion.
Percussion.
21.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If I can find the time.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Was the letter?
That's good.
Okay.
The letter, Alphonse,
Yeah.
comes from Father Gilther Boftons, the man that raised you.
What? Okay. What?
Dear Alastor, how is Al doing? Is he growing up strong? Does the light of Torm shine within him? I'm sure you find all these things well. The village is prosperous since you left us, but I'm concerned about a darkness brewing in the deep hills. I've already sent 2 of our finest out, but I'm worried. This isn't like the last time. I would appreciate your return home safely. Oh, and please don't tell Al. He'll be way too concerned. That boy does tend to worry. Send my best, and fight the good fight. Father Gilther Bofton.
Everyone's in trouble. We have to go now.
What?
What did it say, Alphonse? What did it
There's
say?
evil in my hometown. We have to go now and destroy it.
Wait, where? Where are we going?
Yeah, where is your hometown?
Where's my hometown?
Your hometown. Let me pull up a map. Oh wait, where's the centralized one? Your hometown is the town of Moog. It's on the border. It's the western outpost between the Dwarven Kingdom and the Walled Warden of the Wild Plains. It is specifically thousands of miles north.
It's in the north.
What's the name?
Between the border, Moog.
Moog? Wait, you were born in the Dwarven lands?
Well, I don't know where I was born. I was just raised in Moog.
That's amazing. I knew we had a kinship, Alphonse. You're basically half dwarf.
What? I just look at myself. Oh, okay. Well, there's evil in my town. We have to destroy it. It's
Okay.
swallowing up people.
Well, let's hold off. Let's figure out what
how
the judgment's
long
gonna
was
be.
that? How long was that letter? How old is that letter? If it was addressed to Alistor, and Alistor was called back, wouldn't he have handled it?
Huh.
You look at the letter. It was unopened. You think it's been waiting about a month.
Oh,
A month?
Okay,
Yeah, that's bad.
that is bad.
Well, let's
All right.
let's figure out what the judgment is, and then we'll see about how to get to Moog. I think you're right. We should probably deal with this quickly.
I agree.
You guys, the servant comes back and tells you that in about an hour's time, the meeting with your father will be prepared and ready. In the meantime, they give you some refreshments, so you have about an hour until you meet with your father.
Maybe we should go find Varys. Wasn't he supposed to be doing something right now?
Oh yeah, him and Randall.
Yeah.
Randall.
We haven't heard of anyone being stabbed yet, have we? Let's ask a servant. Is there a servant in the room?
Yeah, if you call out into the hallway, one appears almost instantaneously.
Hey, have you guys heard of any stabbings recently around Savaron?
They note your deeply bloodied, war-torn suit of armor, your wild, mangled, unwashed hair, and they just. Is there going to be one?
Wait, me? No, this is for crushing, not stabbing. Wondering if anyone's been, like, poked with something sharp, bleeding somewhere.
Oh, dwarven humor, of course. Oh, very good, sir.
So I take that as a no.
They look to each other, kind of desperate for any sign that there's a right way to answer this. No, we haven't heard the like. I'll go check with the captain of the guard, though, and see if we can't increase security if you're feeling.
No, please don't do that. I just it was one. My friend Alphonse here. He's a sorcerer, and he had a vision of stabbings, and I just wanted to make sure they weren't near us.
Persuasion.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, deception.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
2.
Alphonse will just blurt out, Drum, I don't have visions.
Quite. Good day.
Oh, we scared him off again, guys.
All right, very well.
I must have a spell that allows me to like find out where they are. Oh! The rock is ringing again. I pulled the rock out and say, "Hello, Varys." Hello? Oh, I pressed the rock.
The eye rock. What do we call it? We called it something.
It's a sending stone.
The eye stone. That's what we called it.
The eye stone. You pull out your eye stone. On the other line is Varys. Drum.
Yeah, but Varys.
I heard the good news. It's all about the tower. Congratulations, Prince Titus.
Is he on speaker?
Yeah, he's on speaker.
Thank you, Varys.
Did Randall stab anyone?
Oh, young Alphonse, I would never let Randall stab someone.
What does that mean? You said someone weird. Randall, did you stab anyone?
Oh boy, I hope so!
What? No, only evil people.
Randall, if you would give us some space. Okay! Good to see you, Alphonse!
Evil people, remember! Evil.
As you can
please.
see, he's very excited to help us with our quest. Are you sure you have the stomach for it? It doesn't seem like the sort of work that would suit a man as yourself.
Me? I have to go back to my hometown and save them from evil.
Oh, well, are you going to be doing that within the next 20 minutes?
No, we've got
If
a
I
couple
could.
hours.
Oh,
Do you have a teleportation circle? Do you have any way of transporting me there?
to your hometown? Well, it
Within
said
20 minutes?
it said there's one atop the highest reach of this tower, but only the three kings can allow you access there. You'd have to suit them. But in the meantime, time is pressing. Drum, Titus, if you wish, your grace, and I hope you remember how safely we transported you, your grace. I will be handling some business in the kitchens. If you'd like, I can swing by and grab you.
Oh no, we can meet you in the kitchens. That's easier, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, you certainly know your way about this place. It's rather sprawling. I'm surprised.
We can ask around. These really nice guys work here, and they keep telling us things. I think we scared them a little bit, but yeah, no, we'll figure it out. Plus,
Well,
I'm hungry. Are you hungry, Al?
Only to destroy evil.
Oh, well, I was thinking more like bread and cheese. How about you, Titus? You hungry?
I can't eat right now.
Oh, well, I'm hungry. Titus is a little depressed. Varys, I whisper that into the stone.
Well, perhaps you should leave him to contemplate. It's fine enough with just Drum, and I think Alphonse would not find this sort of work fun.
Okay.
But
Do we hear that? Or just Okay.
Yeah, it's on speaker.
Well, is there evil? I'll destroy evil. I don't care if it's fun. It's my job.
Well, it's evil of a sort. It's a man who's wronged me, and I've just come to collect.
That doesn't make him evil.
Well, it's small deeds, my boy, that pave the path to hell.
Huh.
Snap.
I guess. What'd he do?
He incurred a gambling debt. He's refused to pay. He's quite the cur, I assure you.
Is a cur a type of demon?
A cur is a type of dog, but as you wish.
Dog demon.
Yes, he's a very ghastly fellow. Don't let him fool you for even a second.
As you can tell, Varys, we're a little out of sorts. Alphonse has been given very bad news, and Titus just saw his father, and that never goes well. Maybe I should leave them here and come talk to you, and then...
Well, if there's a dog demon, I should kill it.
Okay, come kill the dog demon. They're all going crazy, Varys.
Well,
Gotta do something.
this phone switches from speaker to in your brain.
Okay.
I warned you, Drum. They're a very odd pair.
Can I think things to him, or do I have to say
Yeah.
them? Okay.
You can think things.
I'm going to think to him, seriously, man, this has been a very strange hour. I just need some food, and yeah, I'll help you deal with this gambler guy.
So Drum is hangry right now.
Well, sounds very excellent. I'd love to show you a bit of how I work. It's something I take pride in.
Okay, is there any way you can, like, guide me toward the kitchen?
With ease, my friend.
Cool.
But you'll have to leave now.
Okay, I'm coming.
Okay.
And then I hang up,
Doot.
yeah, there you go. And then I just look at Alphonse,
Yeah, Drum?
and then I look at Titus, and then I
I
just
stare
walk out.
off.
I just walk out of the room toward wherever.
Drum, where are you going? Are you destroying the dog demon?
Yeah, you want to come?
Well, if it's evil, yeah.
I'm sure it's evil.
Okay, I trust you.
Well, okay,
I don't know about Varys, but I trust you.
interesting.
Okay. You guys leave the room. Titus, you're the one to contemplate your thoughts.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, we'll head toward wherever.
Head towards.
How is Varys guiding me toward the kitchen?
Every so often, he gives you directions through
In
the
my
sending stone.
Okay.
And then he gives you a very specific outlook. He takes you kind of around this weaving pattern of just hallway after hallway after hallway and staircase after staircase. This place seems to be set up in a logical order, but you get the idea that some illusion magic protects some of its corridors, so when you peer into one, you kind of forget where you are half a second. That's why you get the feeling this is why you see servants around in pairs all the time, so that none of them go mad.
Oh.
Interesting. Thank God I brought you along, Alphonse. There's a buddy system going on here.
Well, that works because we're buddies.
Yeah.
Outside of the kitchen, you guys see Varys, the drow, in all his astute glory. He seems to be wearing not his adventuring clothes, but something more suited to where you are. So it's less leather straps and more just kind of like very regal. Think Austrian wear, where it's like kind of a turtleneck and then like some military grade like ruminants or metals.
Okay.
And next to him is the young, scraggly, bearded Randall, who's kind of hunched over. He's got a wooden, what do you call it? He's just got a wooden spoon in his hand that you can tell he's been breaking pieces off of to make more knife-like. And he's shanking the air with it.
Making shivs.
Randall, who are you going to use that on?
Oh boy! Oh, that'd be fun. I like vampires to get stabbed. Maybe, I don't know. Varys said I might get to stab someone today, and that's super fun. Oh, but I'm not supposed to say that out loud. I'm just supposed to be real scary.
The answer I was looking for was evil people.
Yeah, okay. Point them to me. I'll stab them right now.
Oh, okay. I don't think there's any evil people right now, but you understand that you only stab for the good and not for yourself.
Well, I mean, like, you gotta take pride in your work.
You
Brandon.
guys are cute. I think we should just stand behind Varys and look real mean.
Oh, yes. See,
I,
you see, Alphonse, here's a little lesson.
okay.
Intimidation. You have the brains. He indicates himself. You have the muscle, and he points to Drum. And then you have the wild card. And he points to Randall, who's just fervently stabbing the air. Now, the trick is, you never really play the wild card unless you absolutely have to. Do you get my intention, boy?
Sure, but why are we intimidating evil and not just destroying it?
Well, because when evil owes you money, you can't collect from a corpse now, can you?
That doesn't matter. It's evil. It needs to be destroyed.
Well,
I'll
there's
tell you
many
what.
ways to destroy something, Alphonse. You can bleed them of money as well as bleed them of blood.
Okay, but if you bleed it of money, then it can still live and do more evil acts. If you kill it, it can't do any more evil acts.
But if you bleed it of money, then it has to figure out how to get money, and usually that will stop them from committing evil acts because they are distracted by their money. Anyway, this is not this is Varys' plan. Let's see how it works out, and then we can judge.
Don't worry. Now, the fellow we're looking for is named Spricket Tidwaffle.
Okay.
All right. That
Spricket.
sounds like a demon name.
Yep, definitely evil.
He's going to come up to about Drum's height. He's a confectioner here.
Oh,
Makes sugar castings.
should we let him make some confections before we stab him?
Oh, I'm sure that.
And
once
he's
you see
definitely evil.
Definitely.
Oh, without a doubt, my boy. There's nothing more evil than not returning a debt.
Okay.
Well, murder, maybe. Just saying.
Semantics. He opens the door of the kitchens, and you can see it's kind of a bustling time. There's several chefs, maids. They're all kind of looking at you with some confusion, but also not really wanting to anger whatever this strange party that entered the kitchen is. They just kind of spread to the sides, kind of looking over their shoulders, thinking to themselves as though this is just an occurrence. What happens is that people burst through their doors for no reason. In the corner, you can see standing on a stool, pouring a sugar bag twice his size, and having some great difficulty. There is a tiny gnome with like a big bushy beard, just trying to like get all of the sugar into a bowl, and he like throws it in with some success. Like make sure every last bit of drop is in there. Then he pulls out a small device that looks to be a long stick made of metal. And then he kind of presses down a clamp on it and releases a pfft. And with his other hand, he pulls up a match and lights it.
We see this?
Yeah, and he's caramelizing the sugar very
I'm gonna
slowly.
walk up to him. Are you Sprocket?
Spricket.
Oh. Are you evil?
What?
Are you evil? That's a simple question.
What are you doing in my kitchen?
You haven't answered the question.
You haven't answered mine, and this is very difficult work. What are you doing in my... He looks up, looks to you, looks behind you, sees Varys and 3 men, or 2 men behind him, and then just drops immediately what he's doing.
Are you gonna answer my question now?
No, I'm not evil.
Oh, alright. Varys! He says he's not evil! I don't think we need to do this.
Varys slowly saunters up in the room. Oh, Al, you're so kind, so charitable. Isn't he charitable, Spricket? Oh, yes, the most charitable. Certainly the most charitable. I can see right out of him. He's got charity just pouring out of his eyes. Oh, God. He's like sweating profusely and shaking, and is like you can hear the bowl that he's like next to rattling on the counter. Spricket, you've incurred a great gambling debt. I loaned you a very fair sum, and I had to travel so very, very, very far out of my way to find you. How do you think that makes me feel, Spricket? I'm sure you feel just absolutely terrible about that. But this was my calling. I had to get the money somehow. It's just that I didn't know what to do. Well, I'm sure we could come to some kind of arrangement. We wouldn't want, Sauron to lose one of its greater confectioners, would we, Drum?
Oh, no. Confectioners are necessary. In fact, do you have any samples of your work that I can test? Just saying.
He immediately just kind of like points a shaky hand over to the counter where you see intricate works of what looks to be a phoenix in 10 different color palettes, delicately placed together. It's over there.
I'm going to go over there and just start nibbling at it, like breaking off little pieces and eating it.
I would like to do an insight check on Spricket on him to see how legitimate his fear is. Like if he's plain fear, or if he's legitimately fearful, and how deep that goes. 23.
Oh, he's genuinely scared beyond his wits. It's like a cornered animal.
Okay, Ferris, I don't think this guy's evil. You don't have to do this.
Spricket, you hear that? Alphonse, little Al over here, thinks that we don't have to do this. Isn't he so charitable? Now, Spricket, I'm feeling touched by this. I really am. I've grown fond of little Al. He's changing me, I'm sure. What?
How much does he owe you, Ferris?
More than you have on you.
How much?
16,000.
Whoa. I mean, and then I keep eating.
But it wasn't just him.
What if I pay off the debt for him?
What? No, you don't have that kind of money, Al.
We'll
Spricket
get
says,
it.
Oh, that would be. I'm certainly. Well, yeah, no, that sounds great. Varys kind of interjects and says, as tempting as that is, little Al, you don't want to be in my coffers.
Oh.
I like you too much.
Thank
No.
you, but you shouldn't just hurt this person
Oh, you hear
because he
that?
owes you money.
So charitable. Spricket, you hear that? I shouldn't just hurt you. I shouldn't just hurt you. He pulls out like a thin kitchen knife that's meant for carving boar and kind of twinkles it in the light. Drum,
Yep.
how sharp would you say this knife is just by looking at it?
I would say it's about a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yep.
Randall. Yeah! He's like still fervently
Jesus.
shanking the air with a spoon. How quickly do you think you could puncture, I don't know, a body with this? I don't know, man. It looks like it's pretty long. I think I could do it pretty fast.
Alphonse is going to try and persuade Varys to walk away.
Okay. What do you say? And roll persuasion.
Varys, this guy's innocent. You don't need to do this. And then, damn it, 18.
18 persuasion. Wow. Innocent. Clearly the boy knows something I don't. Spricket, what are you hiding? Okay. I was just a fall guy, all right? It was Low Jade. It's Low Jade, man. You got me all with his big words. and then maybe sign a contract and put my house up, and then I just, sorry, cold.
Wait,
I
someone
just-
manipulated you?
Yeah, he's the most devilish man I've ever met.
He's a
No
devil?
offense, Bears. He fights like one. His name is Low Jade. He's the meanest drunk I've ever met. He conned me and so many other people. I'm sorry, Varys. I don't have the money because I don't know where you put it. Well, little owl. It seems charity does pay off. Spricket, I want you to thank Alphonse. Would you thank him for me? Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. He's like
Stop.
kissing your hand.
Stop.
Thank you.
Stop.
Thank you. Oh,
This is what I do.
you're so radiant.
What? Stop.
You're amazing.
Stop.
I like everything
Stop.
about you. Your
Stop.
hands are so soft. That's enough, Spricket. Little owl. I'm proud
Yeah?
of you.
I'm just doing my job. We hurt evil, not good people.
Well, to be fair, this does not seem like a good person. He's in league.
Well,
with
he's not
some
evil,
dude.
Drum.
Well, he seems to surround himself with shady. Anyway, I'm just gonna eat more sugar.
No, you're right. I'm gonna turn to
So make a
Spricket.
Constitution save. You've eaten like a pound of sugar.
Yep, I have. A Constitution save.
Yeah.
19.
Whoa,
Fine.
Nice.
I want to turn to Spricket. Why do you let others control you? You're your own person. Be accountable for your actions. Don't let others influence you and turn you to the path of evil.
Persuasion.
24.
Whoa, you're very persuasive.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he has 20 charisma and probably proficiency.
Yep.
Nice.
Spricket is taken aback. He's never once considered that his own hand was the one that got him into this mess, and is just kind of stunned for lots of words. I just never thought of that. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. To spread good and light.
What is your name?
I'm Alphonse. Hi.
Your last name?
Oh, I don't have one. I'm just Alphonse.
Oh, well, I'm Spricket Tidwaffle. And he holds out his tiny little hand.
I shake his hand. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Now,
to meet you.
go back to making whatever you were making. You said it was your life's work, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
it is.
spread joy through it.
Yeah, it is. I can spread joy through it. By my
Yeah.
hands and my actions.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna spread joy.
I'm proud of you. I give him a hug.
Oh, full tears. Thank you.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well done, little owl. Drum, this concludes my business for the evening. Good job, and you have a little in your.
Oh,
something.
thank
Wait,
you.
Ferris, we need to find this Low Jade.
Nah.
If he's a devil and he's manipulating people to do evil deeds like this, I'm saying all this while I'm still hugging Spricket, then we need to destroy him
Well, don't
so
destroy him.
he can't spread evil.
I
I'll
think
let-
Varys can take care of that on his own, right? I mean, we were just helping with this one guy.
I'm not.
Or would you rather do that instead of looking for Alistair and what's your was it father, the man who raised you? Anyway, shouldn't we do that?
Yeah, Drum,
Yeah.
but that's gonna take a while. We can do a good deed here while we're here.
Oh, is Low Jade here? Sorry, I was eating. I wasn't really paying that much attention.
I don't know where he is.
It's okay.
Varys contemplates all this and says, I'm not adverse to you helping me hunt this man down. I'll tell you what, I'll stay in contact. And if you find anything, cast my name into the wind as you always do, Drum. I'll appear.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and he comes over and he swipes some frosting off of a cake that was immaculately decorated. A bit too much cream, Sprocket.
Agreed.
I think you're great. Keep doing what you're doing. You're spreading joy, and that's all that matters.
Okay.
I'd like
Randall
to
looks
look
very
for
dejected and just drops his spoon. I'll never get to fucking. Over back in the room where Titus is, there's a knock on the door.
Who is it?
I'm instructed not to say, only that you should answer, for it's very prominent, Your Grace.
Very well. What is it?
As you open the door, you see Ricknin bowing very apologetically and said, "He insisted to come on his own. I just please put in a good word for me." Behind him, you can see the tall, looming figure of the human king, Driss Baz al Avusorim. May I enter, Prince Titus?
Not who I was expecting, but yes.
Your graciousness. I'm sorry, I just don't have the time for pleasantries right now. Can we skip all the formal nonsense we're used to?
Yeah, of course. What is it?
I wasn't aware that Ramnas, your father, had a son that was still alive. That means he's been keeping something from me, and I don't enjoy that. What's more, there's a bit of a chokehold from information from down under the waves. He's really our only source at the moment, and the information has been getting scarce. Furthermore, I have not seen the Queen in 7 years. There's a lot that troubles me about the kingdom neath the waves, young prince. Would you tell me about it? Would you tell me about your home?
All right, very well. You want the long story? You want the short story?
You tell the version that your heart must tell.
As you know, my full name is Titus Sasaroth, and I'm prince and heir to the throne of the underwater city of Posseris. As prince, I was raised to handle situations diplomatically and rationally, but be ready for the violence, as it is a sure thing in this world. From an early age, I underwent strictest education in combat, battle strategy, magic, and diplomacy, training day and night under the tutelage of my father's greatest advisors and generals. My father was depressed, having high hopes for me. However, there was a choice I could never make. I was expected in a treasured feat of a would-be king to be able to make the decision to kill one to save 1,000. But I could do no such thing. Not when the one person I was tasked to kill was my mother. She who taught me the value of arts, to dance, to sing. My queen, my mother Saphira, was accused of treason under the allegations of being a spy from her family's kingdom, the underwater city of Valatras. She was brought to court for her trial. She was accused of treacherous things. Things I knew my mother would never do. So I acted without a second thought. The next thing I knew, we were out of the courtroom and running. Together, we made our escape. But just like much of my life, my father doubted me and had prepared for this situation. We were cornered. But my mother had powerful magic. She instructed me to flee and find the Tabaxi captain by the name of Jax. I refused. The next thing I knew, I was vacuumed through a portal. The last thing I saw before I left the only life I've ever known was my mother. Tears in her eyes and a smile that hurt more than any blade. And I never returned. Found Jax, took me in as his own, no questions asked. He taught me everything he knew of ships, sailing, as well as the finer crafts of smuggling out at sea. Throughout the years, I learned to forget about my past. I've secretly always wondered what became of my mother and my kingdom, but was too afraid to find the answer. It wasn't until I met my two companions, Drum and Alphonse, that I learned anew what it meant to fight for what I believe in. And to me, what is right for me is to take back my kingdom from my father, find out what happened to my mother, and find out who is really behind all this. And I will use all the power available to me to do so. So, Driss, if you have any offers, please extend them to me, and I will make it worth it. Nothing will stop me from achieving my goal, not now and not ever.
You speak plainly. It's very dangerous to speak plainly in the games we play, Titus, but I'll reward your honesty. You say you seek power, and I do miss Saphira. She was one of the brightest students I ever had. You have much of her in you. You should know that.
Thank you.
Show me, Wave. Come now, I've read your mind. Show me, Wave.
Very well. And then I reach over into my secret compartment on my jacket and pull out my bag of holding. And then I put my hand in there and I call forth Wave.
Coming out of your bag is a shimmering trident made of coral and like blue steel with little bits of kind of lightning sort of sparking off of it. It emanates a fierce glow, and the female voice of Wave echoes into your head. Titus! I've missed you. You were gone for so long.
As if I whisper, or I telepathically say back.
Titus. What have you been able to accomplish with Wave so far? Tell me. And be brief.
What do you mean? We accomplish? I mean, we fought demons. We've killed evil.
I mean, what power has she lent to you so far?
Not much, frankly.
I see. He comes over as if to touch your arm and asks, "May I?"
You may.
He starts kind of examining your physical body very medicinally and very meticulously, kind of prodding your spine and your body. I see. You don't take to the sword too easily, do you?
If you mean literally, then no.
Yes. Titus, I do believe Wave has been holding back because your body cannot take what she has to offer. But I do know some magics. Some very strange, powerful magics that could bind you with Wave in a way more appropriate. It would reshape you into the warrior you seek to be, but it would come at a cost, both to yourself and as a debt to me. Are you interested?
If it means more power, then you know the answer.
Careful in what power you seek, boy. He just lets that hang for a second, and then makes a decision. All right. This is what I need from you. I can free Captain Jax. If not exonerate him, at least prevent his execution long enough for a stalwart rogue to free him, if you will. We are fortunate that Darth Soth sits atop the throne of law in this decade, and his is really the opinion we need to sway most. You'll need to make your way home soon and tell me of what you find. I cannot state my own involvement openly. Discover what is coming and who will strike first. I need you also to make your way north to the Dragonborn and show off your skills there. I'm not going to tell you why. I just need you to greet some attention. Meet the nobles. I'll be in contact. For now, just swear your loyalty to me, and we shall change the world, protecting the few good people left. I'll be in contact via subterfuge. War is coming, Titus. It's just a matter of when. Will you swear?
Titus gets on his knee, as is the royal standard, if you will, and he proclaims his fealty. I swear to you, Driss, on honor of my mother, who was also your student, and a queen, rightful queen. We'll find out what happened, and I'm willing to take on any of the costs. I'm willing to wage war. I'm willing to do anything.
And your friends, they follow you in this?
I can always count on them.
Very well, Titus. I take you as my vassal. Extend wave and hold her aloft.
Titus does so.
Driss focuses into his mind and starts pulsating some energy back and forth. You can see it in small flits and bright lights at first, and then it slowly becomes a small bolt going between his two palms, condensing into a small bowl. It extends a slight beam of light into your forehead and then connects and wraps around Wave. Make a wisdom save. Sorry, intelligence save.
Intelligence?
Yeah,
15.
that's just enough.
Yes.
You can feel a rush of voices kind of just scattering through your brain as you're diving deep, deep into Wave, deep into her makers, deep into the history of who she used to be and everyone who has ever held her. A pale green light emanates from Wave as you hold her aloft. Her voice sings out to you in hauntingly beautiful melody reminiscent of a whale's song, a chorus of longing, love, determination, rolling tides, thunderous waves, dark depths. The ocean has a voice and it's singing to you. Inside the deepest of undersea valleys, beyond the lantern fists and floor walkers, bright green eyes open and peer into your own. 12 green tentacles erupt from the trident in your hand, and they begin to wrap your body in their grip. Their tips dive into your soul, move the energy of your being around, and mold your body, your essence, pouring a portion of herself into you. You can feel the experience of warriors past engulf you as your magical heart is drunk near to exhaustion to fuel the transformation. The tiniest sliver of your magical prowess remains, while the remainder of your being fits as much of Wave as you can handle. Your eyes erupt in green crackling lightning. The tattoo on your chest glows. A torrent swirls as the ship and Kraken tattoo begin to move, consuming the ship and leaving just the Kraken. Suddenly, the light fades, and you begin to remember the room around you. You feel agile, but less prominent, as though your actions are being led by another. And this calms you. Wave no longer sings in a chorus, but glimmers in your hand. Her voice rings in your head. We are ready to begin our quest. We are the hands of the believers, and you are my vassal. I have made you anew.
What the fuck? I mean, I'm not there, but this is just James. What?
Nice.
You did well, boy. You take to her a little easier. You can feel like your body is way more limber, just more so than it's been since you've been born. As though you're kind of always been walking on air and strings your whole life, as though the world kind of just molds its way to your feet. This will grow over time. Heed my warning, boy. Do not ask for more than you are ready. If Wave gives this to you, you could die.
This feels incredible. Wave. Yes. All right. All right. Let's do it. Let's get started. I feel incredible.
Very well. I must leave you now. I have so much to do before tomorrow. Oh, and tell your companions that if they're going to break into the kitchen, they should at least pay for the things they've stolen. Good day to you, Prince.
All right. Thank you, Driss. And he bows super deeply.
That was
Yeah, he leaves the room. Within 5 minutes, you can hear Alphonse and Drum walking to the door.
Should we break for an intermission really quickly and then come back for part 2?
Yeah, let's come back for part 2.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick intermission, grab some food, and we'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll see what has changed in Captain Titus and see where this Arc 1 comes to an end. So bear with us, and we'll be back very shortly.
Nice.
What?
I never felt right under the street light that burns the sky bright over these hands of blue. Try to push right through. My body's frozen with over a dozen hesitations that come from the wind within. When the song begins, when it turns to black, let's bring the record back, spin it once again, never let it end. Don't ever say that it's over and done. When the song begins, of a morning running sun. What's it running from? He waits for the crash of thunder to stand apart and take me under. When the song begins, when it turns to black, let's bring the record back, spin it once again, never let it end. There's so many I have known that I went and passed away. It don't make me none too sad, 'cause there's a place they'll always stay. No one ever told her that life was gonna end. I can still hear her singing when the song begins.
Does nothing excite me? Stepping into the future, but baby, are you sure? I'm calling bullshit on all this nonsense we see. I wanna do something, gotta do something. What are we waiting for? I wanna live my life like a star. I wanna drive a fancy car, but all I see, that there's no chance for me. I wanna live my life like a dream. I wanna be a dancing machine and dance like an animal. I wanna dance like an animal. I've done everything wrong, why do I not belong? Stepping into the future, it's nature versus nurture. Never thought it could be like this. Never thought I would feel like this. I wanna do something, can we do something? What are we waiting for? I wanna be a golden gun. Don't wanna die a papa's son. But all I see, that there's no chance for me. I wanna live my life like a star. I wanna drive a fancy car and dance like an animal. I wanna dance like an animal. Wanna dance like an animal, dance like an animal, dance like an animal. The world's turning, I'm always thinking what you can lean on. Now I know you'll be gone. Our world is sinking, our violets shrinking, but you're the only one that could ever lean on me. How to believe in love, was it meant for us? I could only figure half of the whole picture. I need your point of view. So stand by your man if you love all that I am and I like, just like you like, and someday we'll understand. I couldn't stop it, I couldn't stop it. It happened twice before, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, and come over. I said, don't say it's over, come on over. Say you'll stay, say you'll stay, say you'll stay, say you'll stay. I can't believe it, don't have to see it. If I keep losing sight, then I can feel it. We made a wager to not be strangers. Win and lose, the odds are even. I would bet my life to believe in love. It's all I'm thinking of. It takes a lot just to ignite. You've got the cleanest heart, boy.
everyone, and welcome back. We're had our intermission. We're ready to go with part 2 of this final episode of the first arc of Toll of the Dice. If you like what we do, please follow us on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/tpk_games. And if you really like what we do, you can be a subscriber. You'll get some little emotes of our characters. I'm going to get some new Toll of the Dice emotes in there. Maybe the little chibi. Anyway, so please subscribe. And if you have Amazon Prime, you might be able to subscribe for free on your end, but it still gives us some revenue, so that's helpful. Also, if you do subscribe with Amazon Prime, make sure that it continues. They go away after the first month, so we end up losing those subscribers after 1 month. You just have to I don't know if you can click something to have it do 3 months or what, but there's a way where you can make it continue. And if you like what we do in the moment, you can use bits through Twitch to give us a tip or whatever. Oh, we lost the video. I lost you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's everything we have right now. We're going to get a Patreon going, and we're going to have a Discord where you can join us for exclusive chats and for the offline community. So that's there. We also have a Facebook page. So you can check that out. Anyway, that's everything. I will now turn you back over to our GM, Jarbles.
Hey guys, that's me.
Yay.
Hope you've been watching, and hope you're still watching.
Validation, we need it.
I love it.
Also, money.
Both are good. I like both in equal amounts. In fact, I like validation. I think, if you like what we do, subscribe, sure, but I like that people like us. I'd rather be liked than rich.
I'd rather be both.
I'll settle for both.
I mean, listen, it's not even rich. I just want to be able to only do this.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
the
that's
lights
true.
on.
If you give us money, I
Like,
can do
I
this
don't-
more.
I don't need to be a millionaire. I just want to be able to provide for myself and my future family with my art. That's all I want.
Not
Agreed.
too lofty of a goal, man. I get it. Speaking of our art, Titus, a glow is erupting from you. It's kind of pulsating around. Wave is shimmering in your hand, a faint, opalescent emerald glow around you. As you're trying out your new sinewy form, your new dexterous body, the door opens and Alphonse and Drum enter.
Words are better than blades sometimes.
I know, but sometimes you just have to trust the guy who's he's glowing.
Alphonse,
Titus, are you okay?
I'm feeling better than I've ever felt before.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome. Wave and I, we with the help of the King Driss, we formed a new pact. And he extends out his trident. It's
What?
It's I feel more powerful than I've ever felt before. Now we can slay evil way better. I'm excited.
Great! Let's go save my hometown!
This is crazy, guys. We got to figure out what just happened to Titus first.
Yeah, listen, if he thinks he can destroy evil better, that's great. My hometown's in danger.
Maybe just real quickly, if you can see why Titus is glowing, Alphonse.
Fine. 23 Arcana.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. You very readily understand that Titus is formed a soul bond with Wave, and that part of her essence is now ruminating through him, and he's been altered by her.
They just made a soul bond so Titus can be stronger, and Wave has control over, has room in his soul for a little bit.
Wait,
it's fine.
Wave
It'll help
is-
him destroy evil.
Wave's living in his soul?
Yeah, it's a soul bond. It's very common.
Okay.
Alistair told me all about it.
Oh. Right, Alistair. I wonder what's going on. Yeah.
My mentor, who taught me how to use my powers to begin with, village sent help for him that we need to go help now.
I thought I was your mentor, Alphonse.
I mean, you are. I can have more than one mentor.
I guess that's true.
Guys, let's
You
Go.
met Alistor.
Fight
You fought with him.
evil.
Okay,
Alphonse, let's go.
well, as long
Yeah.
as Titus isn't evil, I guess we can go.
Wait,
Don't we have to
first thing,
talk
though,
to the
let's-
three?
Titus, are you evil?
Yes.
Yes.
Alphonse, no.
Did you say yes?
No.
Insight check.
I said no.
25. Are you evil?
Let's- No. I'm not evil. If anything, I'm more lawful. I'm no longer about cheap tricks and deceiving.
Yeah,
I
he's-
just want to.
wanna
I have a newfound conviction in what I want to do, so and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not evil. He's actually like more determined than before, and wants to stay on the straight and narrow.
That was beautiful.
Alphonse,
Yep.
there's a part of you that understands that some of that answer was influenced by Wave. You're not sure how much.
Oh. I keep parts myself. What are my feelings on Wave? Like,
On Wave, roll knowledge arcana. What would you like to know?
if she's good or evil. 18.
This is actually one of the questions that Wave herself isn't entirely certain of. She was forged by a host of captured storm giants, forced to create her underwater under years of captivity. It's said in honor of a great sea god, though there's a deep part of the lore of things you've read about Wave where you're not sure if it was to help a sea god or destroy one.
Are there evil sea gods?
There are evil sea gods.
Alright. Okay. Thank you.
I wonder if the three kings have, or the three, I don't know, our patrons have ruled on us yet. If we're allowed to leave this place without being detained.
Well, the great thing about that actually, King Drisk is the one who helped perform this pact with me and Wave, and I swore my fealty to him because he's the right king. He seems like a good guy, and but anyways, yeah.
Sounds like we can leave. Someone told
Wait.
that
I want to
there's
hear
a-
what Titus
a
has to
transportation
say.
circle.
Well, first off, I swore my fealty and to help him covertly. So, but he has some tasks for me. He wants me to head north to the land of the Dragonborn, and then he wants me to make my way down to good old Proceres in my kingdom, and well, soon to be kingdom, and maybe, and check it out.
That's
And
actually good because Moog is actually pretty close to the Dragonborn borders. Maybe after we deal with whatever's going on with Al's mentors, we can head north.
Well, it's not
That sounds good.
Alistair. It's the person who raised me. And
Well, the letter was
my
to
family.
Alistair, though, right?
it was 2 hours.
yes.
Right. So something's going on with Alistair, and it was from your other mentor. So both.
My father.
Oh, you consider him your father. Oh, I thought he was just another
Well, he raised
teacher.
me, like all the other acolytes. I didn't have a home. I just showed up one day.
What? From
At
where?
least that's what they tell me. I don't know. They didn't tell me.
Do you not know your actual parents?
No, not my birth parents.
Oh. So this priest, he is?
Uh-huh.
He's
A priest of Torm. He said I was a gift from Torm to smite evil.
I would agree with that. So this man who raised you, he's in Moog. So yeah, we should probably go check that out. But anyway, it is close to the
Thank
border, near the Dragonborn. So we're all kind of coalescing in the same place.
Okay, works out. One thing I want us to do is see if we can find the armory. So I need to pick up a few things.
Oh yes, actually, I wanted to ask about. Oh, you were born there. Hey, Al, do you know if there's a forge or anything in Moog? I've been wanting to craft a couple things, and we really need to find a place to store all this gear. It's really weighing us down. The pirate ship was good, but now it's... If there's a forge there, it might be helpful.
DM, do I know that?
Yeah, it's a town, it's a village. They've had a forge or two. Give me an intelligence check to see how much you remember of your hometown. It's been a while.
You want a history check?
Yeah.
12.
Oh, that's enough to remember that there is an old unused forge, but you can't remember why no one uses it.
Yeah, we have this forge. No one really used it, and I forget why. I really wasn't allowed to go over there, but that's just because everyone thought I'd hurt myself.
Yeah, they were probably right. Okay.
Hey!
So we could find an armory here, or we can wait and see what we can do once we get to Moog.
Let's go there right now. There's a teleportation circle.
We have to talk to the Three Kings first, and then we can maybe head that way.
Alphonse is gonna step into the hallway.
No, Al, come back. It's okay.
Two servants approach you immediately. Is Sir displeased with his lodgings?
What? No, I want to talk to King Driss.
King Driss is busy right now. I'm certain I will.
I want to talk to him.
And what would your letter like to say?
Letter? No, I'm just gonna. Excuse me, and I push through them into the hallway.
They both kind of like back off for a second. Does anyone chase after him?
No, I want to talk to Titus before we chase after him.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I'll stop Titus as he's trying to leave.
Alphonse, give me an intelligence save, and then I'll...
Intelligence save? Okay.
Yep. Titus, Drum.
9.
All right. Drum, what is it?
Well, before we go, I'm sure we'll be able to find Alphonse. I just want to make sure we're going to leave and your father's here. Have you dealt with everything you need to deal with? I don't want to travel all the way north to Moog and then find out that maybe you should have talked to your father before we left.
I don't know. I think Driss made it very clear on my mission and my tasks. Which that actually reminds me, I forgot to tell you guys, is that, and I whisper into him and I check both sides make sure the servants are clear of ear. But it's like, there's a war that is coming. And Driss has asked me to be a part of it and be on his side. And so, essentially, we have a powerful ally on our side. And I just need to know if I could trust you and Alphonse.
Of course you can trust me. Is this war, is your father on the same side?
That we can't be certain of. But from my own knowledge, I don't think so.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I just wanted to make sure we were dealing with everything before we left this place. I know Al's in a hurry, but there are certain things here that we need to make sure we finish off before we set off toward Moog.
I agree. And by the way, let's ask the servants to see if there's been anything requested of us, or if we have free passage to leave. If not, then we'll wait around and we'll go talk to them. Considering if Alphonse could wait that long.
I'm pretty sure the three wanted to bring us back to the throne room and make some sort of a judgment, didn't they? Anyway, let's go find out.
All right.
So now we can chase after him.
All right, so you guys leave the room. Alphonse.
Hello.
You got a 9 on that intelligence save, bud?
I got a 9.
So you've been storming down these hallways. To your right, you see armaments of knights, just gear, long sprawling paintings, tapestries, and then sprawling knights, and then armaments, and then tapestries, and then more knights.
Great.
And
I'm
then
going to cast
tapestries.
Thaumaturgy. And make my voice 3 times louder.
Oh.
King Driss! Where are you? I need to talk to you!
Alphonse and Drum, you hear from about 4 floors up.
Well, that sounds like Alphonse.
I'm just going to keep shouting that for a minute.
Okay. Several servants come running to you, and just very flustered and very much like as though someone has lit fire on a chair for like your grandma. Just running out. They're just like, what can we help you with, sir?
I want to talk to King Driss.
He's unavailable at the moment. What can we do during the quiet hours?
I drop thaumaturgy. I need to use the teleportation circle.
Oh, that is strictly up to the decisions of one or two or three of the three.
That's
kings.
why I want to talk to King Driss.
But he is unavailable until morning.
Hey, please let me talk to King Driss. This is a matter of good or evil, and I want to try and persuade.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Love how persuasive.
23.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because he's the hero of the anime.
You hear a door opens.
Good versus evil, you say?
Clang, clang, clang. The steel armor of a very tall, broad-shouldered man with a long beard calls his name out into the hallway. There's no evil wind. Dunbar the deadly steel is about.
Yeah.
Denbar! Hi! Hi! Can you get me to Mog?
Tomorrow. Certainly. We can leave on the morrow and get there within 3
No,
months'
I need
time.
to go there now. There's evil right now destroying the village.
I love your spirit, young boy. What are
Great,
you doing
let's go.
tossing around with a lowly dwarf and that pitiful pirate? Come join my
Don't talk
brand and
about
we'll
my
go.
friends. Let's just go and destroy evil.
But now there's a feast.
Right
on
now, are you not a true fighter of good?
Am I not a true fighter of good? There's no good but Dunbar the deadly steel.
Great, then you're ready to answer any call. And it's calling right now. Let's go.
Good lord. I'll have to get my finest armor on. And you hear him like just open a door, and he's just rummaging through plate mail. You can see his retinue and his bannermen just kind of scrambling to pack all of his just massive amount of stuff and wardrobe. People are now scurrying in the hallway. You can see Drum and Titus, bannermen kind of coming back and forth in the hallways, amply rushing down. They're sweating because of how quickly they're carrying things, and it seems to be coming in a line upstairs to where you're headed, to where you think Alphonse was. You can hear echoing throughout the hallways the laughter of Dunbar, and now Goebbels, as he's now been awoken. Yeah, slaying evil, is it?
Yeah,
You're
let's
the
go.
rude little lad who didn't know who we were.
Yeah, that's me. Now I know who you are. And now I'm asking for your help.
Alphonse.
Goebbels
Alphonse.
always answers the call of help.
Alphonse,
Yeah.
come here for a second. We gotta talk.
I'm busy.
The letter was from a month ago. We can
Yeah.
wait one more night and then get there tomorrow and see what's going on.
It could be destroyed by tomorrow. They could be barely surviving right now.
It's been a month since this.
You don't have
letter-
to keep reminding me, Drum.
Yeah. Okay.
I know
Okay.
it's been a month.
No, I understand. I understand the need to fight evil on behalf of your family and those you love.
My eyes get a little fiery.
Okay. And I step back a couple steps.
We have to go now.
Titus, maybe you can do that charm thing you do.
Oh, are you ready or not?
Alphonse, listen to me.
What?
I am more than ready to leave right now.
Then let's
to
go.
help save your village. But first, we just need to check in real quick. It won't even take an hour. All we gotta do is just call for someone real quick. Servant!
Several of them are running back and forth. One of them, who is on his return trip, he's just drenched in sweat.
You there.
Yes.
All right. Where are the three kings? Have they requested us, or are we free to go?
Your presence is required on the morrow for your final judgment, sir. You have free run of the castle, of course, but leaving is strictly forbidden.
All right, there we have it. Alphonse, can you wait till the morrow, and then we'll see. We'll use our persuasion and see if we can teleport there, rather than spend the day trying to travel there.
Titus, a huge hand slaps you on the back. Nonsense!
Oh God.
This young lad needs to destroy evil now. Oh, it's you. You're upright. How did that happen?
Because
boy,
he's good, and he's gonna fight evil with you. Now let's go.
Titus turns around slowly. Is this Denbar?
Yeah, this is Dunbar the Deadly Steel.
Okay. I'm gonna straight punch him in the face.
Initiative.
Titus, what are you doing?
Initiative.
Do I need a roll for it?
Initiative?
Yeah.
Oh,
On everyone?
jeez.
Oh boy.
We need our tokens.
Hallway? Yeah, we did. It's over here. It's in the Grand Hall.
Are we? Question from GM. Are we still having the effects of Heroes Feast?
And actually, yeah. This
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, so I still have my plus 12 to hit points. Yeah, I straight punch him in the face, and then I'm like, you are worse than evil. Alphonse, do not associate with this man. This guy is trash.
Did y'all roll initiative?
Yeah, can you get
And
rid of the ancillary
rolling it right
tokens on the map?
These are actually all people that are here.
Oh,
good.
Azariah is here? Interesting.
She's gone. All right. I got a 19.
I got a 6.
I got 11. Oof. Oh, 6. Ha!
I mean, that makes sense because Alphonse is real surprised.
Yeah, he is.
And very narrow focused right now.
Hold on. Oh, come on. Roll 20 is just being a little doink.
Slow.
Yeah. There we go. There it is. No, just give me the character. No, give me the character sheet. Guys. Guys. There we go.
Yes.
All right, and then before the action starts, we've been associated with this guy for more than a minute, right? Like our first interaction.
Yes.
Cool. Can I use Know Your Enemy? Will you tell me, like, what's his dex score? Or so it's like, will you tell me if his armor class is higher than mine, and if his
Is this
current
an action battle or is this a?
It doesn't say it's an action. If it is, then I won't do it. But it just says if you spend 1 minute observing or interacting with a creature outside of combat, you can learn certain information.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you want to know his AC?
Yeah, his AC and his dex score. If it's superior,
AC
inferior, or equal.
His AC is 20. So it's superior, and his dex score is 11.
Okay.
Well, does it let you know his strength score?
No, I can only choose 2.
Okay.
Oh, God, here we go.
Nice.
Ascending, and it looks like Titus is up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nice.
He had first strike.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, I just really wanted to punch him in the face, so I'm gonna go ahead and yeah. I mean, I guess I'll just kill him.
What?
I don't know. I just wanted to punch him, but this works out. No. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm literally like gonna use. You tell me if it's interaction or an action, but I'm just gonna. I want to challenge him to a duel, essentially. Denbar, get up. I want to challenge you to a duel, right now, mano to mano, just me and you.
My boy, you're in that duel, and I mano a mano you.
What?
I think he accepted.
Or he's drunk.
All right.
Either way, let's go to my village.
Everyone needs to calm down.
All right, Titus, that was your turn.
Yeah.
What ho? What ho? And the
Alphonse's
deadly
eyes,
steel.
fire gets brighter.
Whoa.
All right, Colton, you take. Let's see, 18 slashing damage,
Okay.
then 36 necrotic, and then you take 10 slashing and 18 necrotic.
Oh man.
He lights his sword with a blue flame, and just starts hacking into your body, and bits of your soul are being pulled into the sword. You see, I have the deadliest of steels.
All right.
Drum.
This is James talking. I want to kill him, but Alphonse doesn't. I think. I don't know. We'll find out how this
Oh.
goes.
That's by intent. Drum.
Okay.
You are up.
I'm going to cast with my bonus action Shield of Faith on Titus.
All right. Yeah, I'm down to 54 health. Right,
Already?
because he did 18 and then 22 and then 18 and then what was his third? What was his fourth attack?
10 and 18.
10 and 18. Okay, so I am at 44.
Okay. So your AC is +2 now. And then I just watched him like try to demolish one of my best friends, right? Like although
Watch your best friend invoke a duel and then almost
right,
leaves.
and then he invoked the duel. So I'm gonna protect him, and I think I would cast. Oh, I can't. This sucks. Oh, I've got it. I will use Word of Radiance and shout, "Everyone stop, calm down," and just attack one. I can do up to 6 creatures, right? Let me see. Every visible creature of your choice. So I want everybody to take, and let me make sure it did the right amount. I can roll one more d6.
When you say everybody, name them.
Okay, so I don't
Well,
know
I got
everyone's names.
8
So that's what
constitution.
he's saying. He's saying that to everyone, and then
So-
he's gonna choose.
Yeah, so now the people that it hurts are everyone except for Alphonse and me. So
No,
Titus.
I need you to specify everyone because there are servants running about.
I don't know their name. So this guy are all in. So these 4. Anyone who's like in armor, right? So no servants, just Dunbar, Goebbels, Ricknin,
Rickman's the servant.
yeah, oh, he is.
Yeah.
Titus.
I think it's just Garbles and me in the.
I'm also
Dunbar.
going to do Alphonse. I want everyone to calm down. So it's 9 points of damage, radiant damage.
9?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's 8 plus. If you miss the save.
Yeah, I did. I failed.
Oh, okay, so you want us to do some Constitution saves? Failed.
Looks like Goebbels is fine. Dunbar takes damage. And as he does, and a bit of him is burnt back, he says, "That would have killed a lesser man."
Eh.
And he looks directly at the servants who are just shaking in their knees. That is enough to kill a commoner.
That really is, for sure.
But he didn't say.
Oh, Alphonse, is that a crit fail?
Yeah.
You take double damage.
Oh. All right. So -9 again.
Yes.
Double damage. Nice.
Everyone calm the fuck down. And I
Intimidation.
guess my turn is over. Well, okay. I was mostly trying to use the damage to do my intimidation for me. 16.
Okay, that's good. Well, yeah, but you could have incited rage.
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, man, this could backfire.
Alphonse's fire eyes glow brighter.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Goebbels and Dunbar are not affected.
Nice.
Do I have to make a charisma save?
You can just not unless you want to see if you're intimidated or not.
Oh. Do I get to choose?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay. Goible's up. Drum, make a charisma save
Sure.
as he yells,
22.
"You're better as a garden gnome."
Oh, you should not have
You
said
got
that.
Goible said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
Alright, now it's just a straight up
Shame
battle
on
now.
you.
I'm
Yeah.
going hardcore now. That's
Alphonse,
it.
You are up.
But
Remember,
we
this
need
is-
somebody to teleport us. We don't want to, like, get in trouble here.
Gonna use thaumaturgy again. Make my voice real loud and shout, "There's more important matters at hand! There's evil afoot! We all slay evil! Stop fighting now!" I'm gonna try and persuade everyone to stop fighting.
Alright, let's see it.
Natural 20.
Natural 20?
Natural
Wow.
20.
29. Damn. Okay,
That's
I
20.
stop.
I
Wow.
mean, I was never trying to fight, so I'll stop.
I was trying to fight.
Yeah, you were.
Colton was trying to fight.
I wanted to set up a duel for a later date, but this works.
Is
Upon
that the
hearing,
role of my anime yell?
yeah, that's your anime.
Nobody.
Sasuke! Nobody hurts my friends!
I love it, dude. That's so good.
Upon hearing this, Dunbar is taken aback. You can see him like he was ready to just put another just massive cleave onto Titus, and he stops about 2 feet out. Well, I do suppose Dunbar only destroys evil, but next time we do a boy, you best be prepared, for I have the deadliest of steels. And he turns to his servants, who are just coming up the stairs. They've just finished putting all this stuff away. All right, boys, bring it back. We're staying here for the night.
No! You said you would take me to Mog now!
It's okay, Alphonse. Tomorrow will be okay.
Nice. Hey, Dunbar.
Alphonse runs off.
Dunbar puts his hand on Drum's shoulder, and it almost encompasses like your whole arm. They grow up so fast.
Not fast enough, it seems.
Dunbar, this isn't over yet.
Yo. He kind of turns to you slyly. I wouldn't count on it either, pirate. But to bed!
So Alphonse is just gonna roam the halls until he finds one of the three kings.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I whisper telepathically to Wave, and I'm like, Wave, we're gonna kill him so hard. Dunbar.
Goebbels kind of leaves the situation with mild indignance, as though he had done something massive to help the fight. Well, good day. Give me an intelligence save again, Alphonse, and then give me investigation.
Oh man! And then what?
Drum and you see Alphonse come around the corner within seconds.
I keep going. I don't break stride. What was the other check you wanted me to make?
Investigation.
Investigation is right there. 3. I keep going. I keep
5
going.
minutes, you see him come back the direction he came.
I pay no attention to anyone. My eyes are pretty much all fire right now, and I'm just sprinting.
Yeah, you keep going.
Another check?
No, this one
Okay.
stands. If your friends
Okay.
help. As far as you know, you've been walking for miles.
I'm sprinting. I'm not walking. I'm sprinting.
Okay, it's like every 3 seconds.
I guess we should
Drum,
just let him run it.
Should we
run
do
himself.
anything? Yeah,
No.
we should let him run himself out.
Yeah, he'll
Alright.
come back to the room later.
Alright.
I don't come back to the room. I spend all night searching.
Oh god, he's not gonna rest.
Okay,
Uh-uh.
give me a sec. Oh, you find your way to the kitchen.
Oh, Where are the three kings? My
Uh,
eyes are still on fire, by the way.
As you open the door, you can hear the sound of shuffling footsteps very quickly, and then and then like a couple of bowls fall over and break, and then you hear footsteps running away.
I follow them.
Investigation
Interesting.
or survival, I guess.
What is happening?
There's survival. 23. Oh, natural 20. 23.
Okay. You round the corner to the pantry, and you can hear the sound of bread and barley and just all sorts of like cakes and cheeses being like devoured very quickly and very disgustingly. Just
Who is it?
do you round the corner to find out?
Oh, yeah.
As you turn around and you see into the darkness, you see a hair, a fiery ruby hair. You see a person in a ruby red. What do you call those wardrobe? What's a robe?
Uh-huh.
With gilded metal gold leaf kind of all through it. And you see he's got an eye patch, and for a second you don't recognize him, but then you see the Dwarven Lord Dursoth Rubyhammer devouring a midnight snack.
Ruby Hammer!
Hmm?
I need to use the teleportation circle. There's great evil happening, and I need to destroy it. Please help me. Persuasion. If I am allowed.
Yeah, persuasion.
Oh, Jesus.
25.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Okay. Against him, which
What is so? It's a wisdom throw.
it's just kind of contested.
Let's see it.
Let's see. All right. Could you pass me the milk?
I pass him the milk.
God's eye! Oh, you surface dwellers are crazy. I'll give you that. But this, oh, this is the one thing I like up here. Milk. Who'd have thought?
It's
Big.
it's very delicious. Can you please help me?
Slow down. What is it? 1 past the hour of the cocking crow.
I don't know. I've been searching for one of you for hours. I need to use the teleportation circle.
Well, when the Mauro comes, and we make
It
our
can't be
choice,
tomorrow. It has to be now. It's been under attack for a month.
what has, my boy?
My hometown,
And where is your hometown, boy?
Mog.
Mog. A dwarven town?
It's near there, yeah.
You're from Mog?
Yes. I was raised in Mog.
Don't be pulling my leg there, boy. You were raised in Mog, right next to the World Warden. Huh?
That's right.
Okay, next you'll be
With the
telling
giant crow on top of the wall. And the dancing leaves below it.
Oh,
Yeah, I visited the wall often.
well,
we
damn
prayed-
my eye. That's
We paid homage to it as we prayed to Torm.
yeah. Dorm is pretty big in Mog, yeah? Oh my god. This is fantastic. This is wonderful news.
Sir, please help me.
I'll help you, lad. But
Thank
I have to do with the laws of this place. I like you. I'm a big fan of Drum. Don't let him know I said so. It goes right to his head. He's a Lightstone, and vanity is kind of their thing. But I've been following his career for a while now. But this is too much. I'm sorry. It's late. He puts his hand on your shoulder comfortingly. Mug is in my domain. And if something is in my domain is under attack, then surely, you will be sent to save it. But not without abiding by the laws of this place. Do you understand, lad?
his eyes start dimming as he nods his head and he starts to cry.
Ah, there, lad. Have a cheese.
I want to save them. I take the cheese.
There.
They're the only family I have.
Ah,
They raised me.
everyone in the kingdom of the dwarves is my family, Alphonse. And you know what that makes you?
Family.
Family. And family protects their own. I actually have a request, if I could be selfish. Do you remember Arafrala Grimbeard? She's a priestess in that town.
Yeah.
I have a sort of running gag with her. Hold on. And he kind of pockets around underneath his robes and he pulls out a light forest dark and blue-green swirling, expertly cut gem. He says, "This is adventurine." It's a joke because it is like adventuring, but adventurine. Or humor.
It's funny. Wipe away the tears.
She gave it to me when I finally took the crown. She was my last. How do you say it in your language? To apprentice. Yes, I apprenticed with her.
Oh.
It would mean a lot if you would return this to her. Would you do this for me?
Yeah, of course.
He takes it off solemnly and gives it to you. Ah, there. But you can only do this if you have a good night's rest. Can you do that for me, boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, little Al.
I guess I've been mean to my friends.
Yeah, you've been away for a while. I too clamor for the halls I once climbed in as a babe. As much as it pains me to leave, I have to stay here and be a connection to my kingdom for the outside world. I miss it so. I do. Alphonse, how old are you?
17.
Oh, that's old enough. And he pops open some ale and just starts filling a glass with it. Here, take this. It'll calm your nerves.
Okay. He drinks it.
Constitution check.
Natural 20.
Ah, you're a mug boy after all. Take the barrel back with you. And he just
Okay.
kind of rolls it over to you. Oh, and if the rum asks, I'm wildly indifferent to his career.
I understand. Thank you for understanding.
Thank you. And he kind of like shuffles the crumbs off of his robe and says, please don't tell anyone about my back entrance to this place. They would use it.
Yeah.
Hail Torm.
Hail Torm.
More than be watching.
And also with you.
Like he closes the pantry and goes, he pushes a stone on the back of the kitchen and you see these kind of just open up and he walks through and they just latch back into themselves.
Nice. Alphonse just stares at it for a while. And then looks at the ale. Then back at the stone. And takes a deep breath. And lugs the ale back to his room. Or the room that they're staying in.
Okay. Titus and Drum, after about 30 minutes of not seeing Al again, he comes back with a large barrel of ale.
Ow!
Alphonse.
Guys, I'm sorry I got so angry. I got this as a gift of forgiveness. I hope you accept it.
I'll always accept forgiveness, ale.
I got a little obsessed. I just want to save my town.
Well, I'm very happy that you came back because I've got a surprise for you, Al.
Oh,
Sit down over here.
okay. I sit down.
I is there any like incense in unholy water. Okay, is there any like incense in the room, or does anyone have any incense?
You do.
I
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was like, I don't.
So I take out a little incense and I light it, and I pour us each a little glass of water, and I sit down, and I say, "Okay, Al, I'm going to ease your mind, hopefully, about the situation in Mog," and I start praying next to him, and I cast Commune.
Oh, okay.
What was that do?
You contact your DD or
Nice.
divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. You must
Oh,
ask the
shit.
questions before the spell ends. So I'm going to put a minute on the timer.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Clangeddin Silverbeard, I need to know from my friend Al. Is his adopted father... No, actually, sorry. Is Alistair in any sort of danger?
That's a pretty vague question. I'd say be more
Is
specific.
Is that the question
like
you
Eerie
asked?
asked
That's the first question, yeah.
Yes.
Can I hear this or just drum?
Drum.
Oh, Alphonse, what's your father's name?
What is my father's name? I know you said, but I forget.
Gilther.
Gilther.
Is Alphonse's adopted father, Gilther, in any danger?
Yes.
Is Mog currently under attack from any sort of evil, or is there any sort of evil taking place in the town of Mog that we should be immediately concerned with?
Unclear. Be well.
Okay.
Shit.
So, Alphonse, I've reached out to Clangeddin Silverbeard, and he has answered a few questions for me.
Hey, we did it.
Wow, 58 seconds. That's perfect. First of all, you are correct. Both your father and Alistair are both in current danger. So that is something we can deal with tomorrow. Although he did answer that it's unclear if anything evil is happening in Mog. So I think
Wait,
it's
what's
a good...
that?
I think Mog is a good starting place, but if it were like under siege or under attack, it wouldn't have been unclear. He would have been able to tell me that there's something happening there. So I think right now we'll sleep on it, and tomorrow we'll figure out a way to get to Mog, and and we'll start there and see where maybe Alphonse or your father are.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to know before we go to sleep?
Just what does it mean to be evil? And then Alphonse passes out.
Alphonse, I needed you for one last thing before you went to bed.
Well,
He pokes Alphonse.
but Alphonse is asleep because he is.
All right.
screaming.
This is what I'm gonna do. I grab my ring of holding, ring of spell storage, and I'm like, and I grab Alphonse's hand, and I'm like, Drum, help me persuade Alphonse Sleepiness to cast Cone of Cold at 5th level into my ring of storing.
Is Cone of Cold the only spell you'd like to have? I mean, I've got some pretty powerful stuff I could cast in there.
I just want Cone of Cold. It'd be the only one I'd be able to hold in this puppy.
Not
Okay.
Flame Strike? Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. Cone of
Very
Cold.
cool.
Alphonse. Cast Cone of Cold.
Drum. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
What do I need to make in my stupor?
Oh, you get to roll a d6.
All right,
15.
a d6.
A d6, yeah. Ooh. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll another d6.
All right. 6.
You cast spiritual weapon into the spell store.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Damn it!
Well,
I guess we
now,
wouldn't know.
now there's only 3 slots left.
Yeah, because
Is it at second level?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at second level.
You want to try another one with Al, or should I help you out with the other 3 slots?
Yeah, let's see what else you got. Let's. I'm done with Alphonse. Alphonse,
So-
I point at his little face. I'm like, oh, Alphonse.
Destroy. I have to rid the world of all evil. I have to
What's your highest level 3 attack spell?
That's really funny. I don't have a ton of level 3 attack spells. I have Bestow Curse. It's not an attack spell. Spirit Guardians. Yes, Spirit Guardians.
What is that?
They
I'll look it up.
like surround you, and then anyone who moves into that space takes damage.
Yeah, I'll take that.
It's concentration.
Okay, that's perfect.
Okay, I'll cast
Thank
Spirit
you.
Guardians into his ring.
Nice.
Damn.
All right, let's go to bed.
That's actually going to be helpful for you as a fighter, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was like, okay, that works. I want kind of
Yeah,
cold because it's 8d8 damage. That's like
Yeah.
huge. And it'd be on since it's like not my spell saves, it's your guys' spell saves. So it's like it'd be super lit.
Alrighty. You cast a pouring torrent of your ancestor. It's your ancestors, right, Drum?
yeah.
Like they pour themselves into the spirit of the ring, and you can sense they're ready for battle.
No, I think they're like little fairies. I think
Uh,
Spirit Guardians is like
Oh, damn it.
little things that float around you,
Oh, it
like
did.
you get
tiny
the-
little, like a cloud of little spirits.
You get to decide
Oh.
if they appear angelic or fey.
Yeah, I think Fae.
Oh, wow. Okay. Then
If you're evil, they're fiendish. They're
Yeah, little
angelic, or-
fiends. They're little.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
excellent. And with that, you fall asleep.
Yay.
On the morrow, you are presented with breakfast. It is regaling. It is wonderful. It is delicious.
Yummy. And now we
Sure.
lose our
You
hearty
lose your hero's
breakfast.
feast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You one. Dress. Must. You find yourselves the servants at this time convince you very strongly to, if not bathe your armor, at least bathe your face. Because they say
Yeah.
today. They kind of prep you with oils. There's a whole litany of people that are kind of addressing Titus, giving him like a new frillier versions of what he's already wearing. Kind of like measuring him up and down, tousling his hair. And it probably feels a little stifled to you, Titus, after your years of not having anyone dress you for the last 10 years, but also somewhat natural. After a while, Ricknan appears. Ah, good. I'm happy to see you finally dressed well. It's very nice. You especially, your grace. And little Al, it's good to see you not storing about, yes?
Hi.
Heard you raided the pantry last night, feeling a bit peckish.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm angry, I just get really hungry.
Ah, well, glad to see you're all rested and fed. He seems like very clammy, just nervously so.
Do you need help?
It's just that the sight of blood is so. It just ails me so, and
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there blood on me?
no.
Oh. Where is he seeing blood?
You don't see any blood in the room.
Where do you see blood?
Oh, no, it's just the thought of it. If this goes bad. Anyway, I'm sure it will be wonderful and there'll be no blood. I shall take you to the Three Kings. And he leads you down the Grand Hall, all the way to the three, who are wearing their finest suits of armor, their full regalia, just all the bells and whistles out. Dursoth has his beard expertly combed. Driss is wearing his most velveteer robes, his golden crown, and King Ramnas is standing in his full plate armor with a sword made of emerald. May I introduce Sir Drum Lightstone, Little Alphonse, and His Grace, former current Prince Titus.
I bow. As is.
As discussed.
Hi, I'm Alphonse.
And by the way, so I have my bag holding with Black Razor in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then, I'll say I'm holding on to. Did we come in here with our weapons or anything, or are we just?
You came in here with your weapons. It is up to you whether or not you are holding on to Wave openly, or if you are still under the ruse.
I mean, because they said I could keep Wave, so I don't know. I think I'll just keep it in the bag. I don't want people to be like, "Yo, like, are you trying to attack?" So I'll say all the or my Wave is on my back where I usually have her sheathed.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I have Black Razor, like in his Black Galaxy scabbard, like just holding it.
Dursoth sits up. Welcome, adventurers. Drum Lightstone, Alphonse of Mog, and Prince Titus. It's so good to see you rested. Present Black Razor, if it be on your person.
And then, so Titus walks ahead and kneels on one knee right in front of King Ruby Hammer and presents the black scabbard of Black Razor.
He very cautiously puts his hand over it. It shakes for a second as you see like him having some consternation about whether to touch it. And then he pulls back and calls for a servant to grab it. And then he has two more men follow the servant out.
Wow.
Yeah, a little bead of sweat kind of drips down his face. Never did like that sword. Very good, Titus. This is done much to exonerate your name. Though years of piracy cannot be upheld in the kingdom. Thus, Driss has talked to us of ways that you can exonerate yourself through action. He has convinced us to let you keep Wave. For now. But, my dear son, Ramnas coos from the corner. You're going to have to be influenced over the rule of law and the rule of magic. Powerful magic, I might add. Are you up for such subjugation, my rowdy little child?
Father, the child you knew is no longer. I am more than willing to accept the laws and accept whatever magic is necessary.
Very good. I'm surprised. Your mother would be proud.
Whew.
Titus gets hella you could see him physically like white-knuckled fists at the mention of his mother, but he holds his tongue and he steps back in line where next to Drum and Alphonse.
Very well. And this is addressed to you as well, Sir Drum and Little Al. Driss stands up. You have the option to join us here in Savaran to take on the missions we sent out to the world. There is much good to be done, and having examined your souls, we believe you worthy of at least the chance to prove yourselves to us. Would you like to?
That is a very kind offer. Right now, however, we need to get to Moog. My friend here has some business there that we need to attend to urgently.
Unfortunate. Know that we shall always come calling when the light needs you most, but until then, you have your agency, and we shall respect it. Titus,
Yes.
come forth.
Titus does so.
You are going to make a pledge under a powerful spell. If you betray this spell, it will activate and it will hurt you deeply and continually. It will not know how not to kill you. So you're going to have to listen very, very carefully. Can you do that?
Titus nods in affirmation.
Good. He holds out his hand to your forehead, and a green glow emits. And he turns to Ramnas and says, "Your request." Titus is to report items of great power, threats to the state, sightings of piracy, and to come back in a year's time, no matter what. A flash pulses itself into your body. Ruby Hammer, state your request. To never betray Clan Ruby Hammer, unless such an act would save the lives of the clan. Andrus speaks. To only ever use wave to uphold the spirit of good. And if you are ever to use this to subjugate for evil, you will know pain. A coursing body activates into your body, just pulsating throughout. You can feel magic runes kind of burn their way into your soul and kind of into your brain, measuring, calculating, weighting. They fizzle out and can no longer be seen on you. A small little burn on your neck signifies your pact. It has been done. Very good, Titus. I look forward to seeing the man you become.
Titus bows and turns away and heads back to Drum and Alphonse.
Just one more thing, lad.
What?
Dursoth Rubyhammer holds up his hand. Your friend Al came with a request that you are to be going to Mog, yes?
Yes.
And this is of some urgency?
Correct.
Well then, as you are sworn to us, you have access to our teleportation circle. Would you like to use it?
Yes. Yes, my lord. My majesty. And I'd also like to visit the armory on the way out. Or perhaps Ricknick can fetch me some gear real quick.
Ricknin immediately hops to and just runs out of the room. But still very daintily, still very like regal with his backup, as fast as he can without looking clumsy. And once he gets past the door, it's a full sprint. And you can hear the gripping sound of glove and leather as Ramnas is like clenching his fist tightly at his side. Very well, Titus. I hope you enjoy your stay in the north. It's very, very cold, so you should feel right at home. The sound of leather releases as he addresses Drum and Alphonse. Very wonderful pleasure meeting the two men that have steered my son in the right direction. I find it pitiful that he should have brought you down so much so with him, but I do understand from my compatriots that this cannot be helped and that you are his guiding light. Do not fail him in this. His life depends on it.
We won't. I think you underestimate your son, though, if you don't mind me speaking out of turn here.
Persuasion.
Okay.
Let's see it.
20.
Oh, nice.
I'll have to adjust some calculations then. He gives a very coy smile. Driss claps his hands. It is done. I am tired. Please, I would be alone. If you'll excuse me. And he makes his way across the room and out
When
of the throne.
Does that? Can I make an insight check to see if he's like sick or anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
13.
13.
God damn it.
That's enough to know that he just cast a spell of great power, and it drained probably more than his body had in him. You get the impression that he's cast in a short amount of time 2 spells beyond the level they were normally meant to be cast at, and even altered. And he's probably severely drained of all his mental facilities and his ability to stand, and probably feeling quite nauseous at the moment.
Can I cast? Oh, I don't want to spend that. Never mind.
It has been done. Ruby Hammer slams his gilded hammer onto the stone, and it sounds exactly like the cowbell you have. And you were led out to the armory.
Dope. Nice.
Is there anything you'd like to pick up along the way?
For me specifically, shield and the studded leather armor from Ricknick. I had to find my notes. Where is his name?
Ricknin.
Ricknin.
Ricknick.
Yeah, no, Riddick. He has Chronicles.
Ricknin.
Alright,
Is there
yeah.
anything else of note in the armory or anything?
give me investigation.
Yeah, I'd like to see if there's anything that I might be able to.
I got 14.
12.
14. 12. There's some plate, some half plate. There's some very standard armor here. You get the impression that anything of magical means is held way down below. Drum, everything here looks to be of good quality, but nothing especially fetching. Titus, 14. You find a couple of lances that seem unused, and a few javelins as well.
Okay.
There's also a few crossbows in the corner, but everything here seems to be pretty standard.
How about daggers? Are there any daggers?
Oh, yeah. There's at least 30.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna grab like a handful of them and put them in my bag.
Sweet.
If there's a crossbow or something or a longbow, I'll snag one of those. And because I mean, I guess I would only be able to carry. I'll go for the crossbow in like a one. Where do you put arrows in? I forgot what that's called. Quiver. Yeah, and the one bolt quiver. Because I wouldn't be able to carry a bunch of javelins. I don't really have any more room in my bag of holding. Because of all the money in there and the other stuff. So and my weight, I can only carry up to like 140 pounds or something.
I think it's like 10 times your strength score.
Oh, okay. So I could only hold up to like 90 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, and the studded leather armor is 13 pounds, shield is 6, and then the trident is 4. Okay, I mean, I should have enough to carry the crossbow and the bolts on my person.
You think you have enough?
Okay.
You get 20 crossbow bolts. Drum, you get 5 daggers.
And it's a light crossbow?
Yes.
Cool.
20 bolts.
Okay.
Cool.
On your way to the top of the tower, you spot Dunbar and Goibbles talking amongst themselves. I think it's absolutely ridiculous making that man a prince. What? I kicked him right in the chest, and he just sat there and took it. No prince does that. Strange form of joking, if you ask me. The whole thing smells fishy, and I do mean fishy, in both the sense that it's off-putting, and the man smells like a literal fish. I'll tell you what, That Tide Diserace is... Ugh.
Hey, Dunbar, do you want to slay some evil?
Oh, absolutely, young owl. He's Oh, hello.
Let's...
Dunbar.
Well, we're going to Mog.
Where?
Mog.
I don't know what that is.
It's up by the Dwarven Wall. Evil's gonna be there.
Oh, yes. I'd love to go to Mog and slay the evil, but there's so much more evil down in the casinos, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
It means he'd rather gamble than do anything good with his life.
Whoa. That's not what I said. I said there's evil in the casinos.
Well, where is it? We'll go slay it.
Oh, it's too far and has an age restriction. Young lad.
So, you'd rather do something for yourself than the greater good?
Yep, that's what he just said.
My boy, I always act for the greater good.
Insight
But the smaller
check.
good is for me.
Insight check. Is he lying? Ah, it's only
pretty
12.
audio.
Hold on, actually, let me look at this sheet real quick. This is what happens when you roll and don't have a character sheet in front of you.
Boo, boo, boo.
Actually, yeah, he seems very sincere.
All right.
I have the
okay.
deadliest of steals, and it makes me want to eat the deadliest of meals, and for that you need coin, my boy. Also, most gamblers are terrible people. I slay them all the time.
What? Are they actually evil?
Most of them, yes.
You've killed innocents?
No, just the evil ones. My hands are clean.
How did you get your power?
My power? Through hard work, determination, and the spirit of Dunbar.
What's your background? How'd you
My
grow
back-
up?
Oh, why? Well, let me regale you, sir.
Okay.
Goebbels, the harp. And for the next 20 minutes, it is literally just his genealogy from the dawn of when his family started to about generations back. You are so bored. And then came his father, Dunbar, the greatest axe. And after him was Dunbar, the mighty mead. And then it was Dunbar,
They're
the
all
greenest
fighting
beans.
Evil.
And he just continues like that. And 40 minutes pass, and he finally gets to his birth. And then came me, Dunbar, the yet to be named. But let me tell you, young lad, I would be named soon, the deadliest of steels, because I would acquire steel deadlier than anyone else.
How young were you when you acquired your steel?
Oh, roughly about the age of 5. I was bending steel bars from a young age.
Okay. So who raised you? Was
And
your
let
mother
me
and
regale
father?
you. Another 20 minutes pass as he goes into long, droning narratives of being babysat and breaking windows.
I'm gonna leave now.
But we haven't even gotten to the best part, my boy.
We'll bookmark it after I slay evil and after you slay the evil casino.
You know what? I look forward to it. I relish it, in fact. Drum, next time I see you, I'll have a dram. And little Al, when you grow up, someday you can be as strong as me. And I look forward to fighting you and proving you that you are not. But you can be.
Okay.
Remember, justice awaits.
Did he leave? Is he gone?
Oh, he continues to stay.
Okay.
Waits for you to walk past him.
Guys, can we leave?
Titus
Guys?
is nowhere to be found.
I would love to get out of here.
Titus left a long time ago.
Well, I'm leaving to find Titus.
Oh, I think Titus is headed toward the teleportation.
Let's go!
Okay, you guys make your way up after stair after stair after stair, and you finally find yourself next to, going up to a blank brick wall.
So, are we with
And then
Titus?
you're with Titus.
Okay. Yeah, Titus, I understand why you punched that Dunbar guy.
Yeah, he really deserved that.
You know, I don't like him. Does that make me evil?
Nope, that makes
No,
you
Titus.
normal.
I mean, no, Alphonse. It makes you smart.
Like, I don't. I want to hurt him.
Right there, Alphonse. This is a step towards being an adult where you can see past the bullshit. Proud of you.
But he slaves. He's evil. We should be comrades.
I'm not sure if he was telling the truth about that.
Sometimes anyone can slay evil. Even evil slays evil.
Huh. Okay. So how do we go to the teleportation circle?
As you walk up to the wall, your symbol activates, and the brick room begins to rearrange itself, much like the secret passage to the kitchen. Just and you find your way going up to a portal that looks to be a piece of glass and shimmering blue light. And you walk through it, and you find yourself atop the Tower of Savaran with no stairs around you. It's frigid and cold. You can see the fogs rolling overneath, the sun kind of reflecting out into the azure sky. It creates a sort of halo golden effect to you. Each of you feels in your heart a sense of righteousness and a strange sense of good. Alphonse, you feel a hand on your shoulder that calms you, but when you look back, there's no one there. Drum, your beard begins to twirl and furl as though it's close to its point of power. And Titus, wave begins to glow in your hand. On the floor, runes that have been drawn in meticulously over the years have 7 different points at it, one of which is labeled Bal Kador. Drum, you recognize this as the closest point to Mog.
Oh, Bal Kador. That's interesting. That's really close to Mog, that one. But I have this feeling. Doesn't Ruby Hammer have some sort of a connection to Mog? I somehow remember that.
I don't know. It might be a part of his domain. It's near the dwarven cities.
If it's part of his domain, he might be able to get us there more easily than if we go to Bar Kaldor and then travel there.
Alphonse, on your chest, your necklace begins to glow. And a smaller green circle opens up, and the words Moog appear.
Huh. Looks like it worked out.
That's really crazy. Oh, you're from Moog. I keep forgetting because it's Dwarven and you're not a dwarf. Okay, so maybe we can select.
I stepped through the portal.
Okay.
Alsborn, from 1 second, just as you step into it, as though light is just kind of quick zipping you apart, just and fires you across. And you can see the light shine over the hills.
And I'll step in after him. Whoa, Alpha!
Nice.
Titus, do you step?
Takes a deep breath, and wielding Wave, he telepathically says to Wave, "All right, Wave, let's do this." And then he goes in.
As you guys are hurling through, within the portal, you can see swirling lights as though you're going through a massive tunnel of energy and sound and flight and fury. And around you is this protective bubble that looks to be carved in the same runes that you were just stepped into, and seems to be guiding you throughout this strange tunnel. And then in the distance, you can see something that kind of defies your normal state of things. If you weren't already in this massive wormhole, you probably would think it would be strange just to see on the street. It's this large metal brass dome with a glass front, several wheels and cogs kind of coming out of it. It seems to be slowly moving its way through the tunnel. And as you see it kind of come up, you notice that your orb and this metal thing are about to connect and hit until finally you do. and you crash into it, and it starts swirling and swirling and swirling. Its glass dome cracks. And you see a very young man with blue robes with stars on them and goggles, shouting, "I'll get you for this! I'll never forget! Simultaneous never forget!"
Oh man. Sorry, you've been talking about that character forever. That's an Easter egg for me.
Oh man. And then he gets cast through one of the walls that seems to absorb him and spit him out. And you see a trail of energy just kind of where he used to be. And then suddenly the tunnel ends and warps you to Moog. A small mountain town. There's a church in the background. You're overlooking it on a hill. You can see it in the valley. Inside there are many a hill, some forge. Humans and dwarves are going about. It's nestled with trees. There's some ruins to the north of an old burned church, a graveyard to the north, an old forgotten cave. People milling about their simple days and their simple lives. Alphonse, for the first time in years, you breathe home. Slipped pine. The ample air. Drum, the ground beneath your feet for the first time feels normal. It is soil, it is connected to the deep, deep earth. Titus, this is the biggest boonies you have ever been to.
So is the church of Torm?
The church
of Torm.
Yeah, you recognize the one from your very home.
Okay, come on, let's go. And I sprint towards it. Oh, actually, what did Ruby Hammer say? I have to deliver it to the priestess.
Yeah, something beard, Tress, something beard. No, that's not it.
But she's a priestess of Torm, right?
Yeah. So
I'm not sure if she is. He didn't say. I don't think he said that.
He said she's the priestess of Torm. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Sick.
You guys are overlooking the city right now.
Yeah, I sprint towards the church.
Wow.
Me too. I'll follow him.
Titus, do you follow after?
I take another moment to take in my surroundings and see if there's anything strange with the land, because I was expecting more like evil and more chaos than what is apparently happening.
Okay. How would you like to survey the land specifically? What are you looking for that's different? Or that should be different.
Okay, so I'm looking for any smoke, any sense of like maybe because if there's creatures attacking, if they're intelligent, maybe they'll have like they made a fort out of somewhere, or maybe is there any smoke, like any burning buildings in the village, or is there, I'd say if there's any smoke. To
the north in the town, you see some recently made ruins of what you think was some sort of small castle or lord's house. The damage looks to be years old, but not so many as to be like ancient. And far, far above the hills, you think you can see a trail of smoke coming up, but you're not entirely sure.
Okay. All right, and then I proceed after.
Alphonse, as you run about town, you see faces that you haven't seen in years. Probably, at least, I think you've been out for like, how many years has it been?
I believe 5. Let me check. Yeah, I think it's like 5 years. No, it's been a year.
Okay.
Feels like 5 years. Well,
it's been like 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay.
Oh no, I forget.
As you're running through the village, people begin to recognize you, although barely, because you're wearing entirely different clothes, even a little more lordly than they're used to seeing. Many of them are wearing plain commoners' clothes, kind of a white. If they're lucky, you'll see like a leather vest. Most people are wearing priest outfits. Most of the dwarves either wearing their tools of the trade or the parapets of Moradin or Torm. And they all kind of nod and bow. Oh, Alphonse.
I smile and polite as I sprint past them. Hi, sorry, emergency.
Oh, Alphonse is back. Everyone kind of gawks at Drum as you make your way through. Your insignia bright on your chest. Many of the dwarves kind of, oh, is that Lighthammer? Oh, it's Lightstone. Oh my God, that's Lightstone. Moradin's beard. Where did he ever get that hammer? And many of them sort of kind of conglomerate around you, kind of forming like a dense pack. They're admiring all the intricacies of your work, and then regaling you in stories that you lived, not the last 7 months. And they're saying it in such fervor as though you've never heard it before.
Oh, yes, that's... hi, everyone.
Hey, he's back. Oh, that's our Drum. Oh, it's a Lightstone for you. Go out destroying the world, come back home to the wrong hometown.
No, this is the hometown of my friend and ward, Alphonse.
I'm still running towards the...
Oh, can you... he's getting it.
All right, we're having a drink later, though.
Of course.
As you run up,
push through and try to catch up with Alphonse.
you see a large stone building. It's very immaculately gardened around the outside. Large hedges are cut very meticulously. There seems to be a rose garden among some other flowers that you can walk as a path. There are there's a gate with iron bars at the front. Vines have been growing over them for a long time. The gate is open because Alphonse has pushed it so. He runs past where he grew up as a child to the large wooden doors in the stone building, and you open it up. And there are some people discussing kind of in hushed tones, but they're echoing against the stone within the cathedral. It doesn't make sense. Why would he do it? I don't know. Who are we to believe?
Am I, like, did I meet it? Can I, like, make contact with these people?
Yeah, you rush right in, and they just, oh, Al, oh my,
hi, where's Father?
Blessings of Torma. It's so
and
glad
also
to
with
see
you. Where's Father? I received his letter.
Oh, so you're not, I see. Al, you may need to sit for this.
What happened?
We're not entirely sure, but I've noticed, the Lord's house, Lord Underheart, his house burned down. Did you see that on the way in?
No, I came straight here. What? It burned down?
It would seem that Alistair has destroyed the home.
What? No, Alistair wouldn't do that. No. What?
And furthermore, he seems to be carving a path of carnage across the valley to the north.
Okay, what are you talking about? Alistair wouldn't do that. He's in the war front. He destroys evil. He's the one that taught me how to destroy evil. He's the one that taught me how to use my powers.
Al, I need you to calm down. Remember what Torm teaches us. Peace within, peace without.
I know. You shouldn't spread lies like that.
There's something else, Al. Father Gilther, he also believed as you believed and has chased after Alistair, and we haven't heard from him in a month's time.
What?
We don't know where he is, Al.
But who's in charge then? Who's running? What's going on? Tobias, what's going on?
You hear a woman's voice come from around the corner. You see an older dwarven lady with a gray beard, kind of nestled and tied tight. She's very old for a dwarf. You think maybe in her 300s. Well, young Al, it would seem the thing that Alistair sought to destroy corrupted him by pure exposure. Or so we've been led to believe. It is a mystery, certainly.
What?
This is...
Is this
This
the...
Yeah,
Okay,
this is
fine.
Arafrala.
What are you saying?
It
You're
seems-
saying he became evil because he was exposed to it too much?
It would seem so.
Alistair wouldn't turn like that.
Drum, Titus, you catch up.
He wouldn't do that. He fights for good.
What?
I don't know.
Who
What-
fights for good?
I ignore them. He's the one that trained me. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't betray Torm like that. He wouldn't.
Use your eyes, boy. Go see the church for yourself. See the burnt ashes. See the bones.
I want to see Alistair and Father. That's who I want to see. Anyone can copy anyone. Evil works in sly and dark ways. It could have just been the appearance of Alistair.
It
There's
was Alistair.
shapeshifters. There's demons.
My boy. Alistair killed and fled.
You're lying. You're lying.
Do not speak to me of lies in this holy house. There's only truths here, and only the truths we have seen. If this be something you want to refute, you must investigate it yourself.
Where'd they go?
North.
North. What trail?
It is unclear. Alphonse, stay, rest, collect your thoughts. Do not go chasing into the dark against something so rampant and violent. Do not go with an unsteady head to your death. This is your home. Let it breathe into you.
How long ago did they flee to the north?
Month.
A month. I tend to agree. We need to gather ourselves for a long journey. They could be very far from here by now.
I think it's all the better to get there sooner. I saw the smoke pouring from the north when we arrived. I
Yes,
think we should get there sooner.
but we're
we
already
rested long enough.
overburdened. I think we should. Is there a anywhere we can safely store what we have on us and gather ourselves for some sort of a large trek?
Ah, you must be Drum.
Yes, I'm Drum. Lightstone.
I've heard. And you must be Captain Titus.
Yes.
Prince
very
Titus now.
That happens in a month.
Did
You may
Alistair
make...
say anything? Were he killed?
He said only what he always says. I'm here for justice, and I'm here for Torm.
No. This can't be real. Something is wrong.
I tend to agree with you, Al. I think something is going on here. I just want to make sure we're going in heads clear, well rested, and prepared for something.
I have to find him.
We
I
will.
have to talk to him.
We will.
And find him you will, boy. Whether it's to bring him to justice, or to these claims to the light. But for now you may store your things in the basement, as Torm's light shines upon all, as Al knows. I'm sorry you had to come home to such a grievous occasion, little Al.
I take off the necklace, and I hand it to her.
Oh, Moradin's beard. It's an old Kaja. She
Yeah.
she examines it for a moment, then looks to you, and looks to it.
I had a run-in with him. He said you'd understand.
It's an old joke. And she puts it around her neck and puts her hand on your shoulder. It's sort of a bet. And she kind of puts her hand on your chin and lifts it up. And I like the odds, Alphonse. I like these odds a lot.
Okay.
But what will happen next time on Toll of the Dice? So many revelations, so many renovations, a new classman, a new brassman, and Alstar is an attackman. What's gonna happen? Join us live next week on Toll of the Dice. Thank you so much, guys. That ends this session.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, that was really fun. We'll see you next week.
Sounds great.
Jared, you're a bastard.
When you're sad and you're broken and there's nothing you can do, even had we seldom spoken, I would be right there for you. It's not easy when you can't see. Let me guide you through. We all had our darkest hour. This one's almost through. So when you feel like no one cares, call on me and I'll be there. I will rescue you. I will rescue you when the clouds don't seem too hard. I will rescue you. I will rescue you when the morning light turns and you feel that life is so hard. I will mend your broken heart. The whole world has let you down, and you think you're all alone. Here's a friend who can be found. I will always drive you home. mend your broken heart.